सिर्फ चोरी की नियत से घुसते हैं तो वो दस्तावेज लेकर नहीं जाते हैं, कैश जेवर या कीमती सामान लेकर जाते हैं। तो इस एंगल पर अब आगे जरूर, चूंकि केस अब सीबीआई के पास है, चोरी की घटना जो हुई है उसमें पुलिस आरोपियों की तलाश कर रही है, कुछ संदिग्ध हिरासत में लेने की भी बात सामने आ रही है, तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन जारी है।
Right, Satyavijay, clearly those questions are being raised at the moment, that why would these thieves want to take these documents linked to the investigation and not the valuables present at the house. Thanks, Satyavijay, for joining us and giving us all these details. All right, here's now shifting focus in the Ram Mandir Ayodhya donation row. Police have now raided the houses of 8 arrested. All the 8 accused have now been remanded to judicial custody, which ends in fact today, and they will be presented at the Faizabad District Court. Now, police today may seek remand of the accused in Ram Mandir donation case and the three-day judicial custody of all the 8 arrested individuals in connection with the theft of the offerings at the Ayodhya Ram Mandir is ending today. Now, we understand that the police may seek their remand. Meanwhile, lawyers from Faizabad Bar Association have decided not to represent the accused in this case. Now, that's the big breaking we're getting at this hour. A final decision on this matter will be taken at the Bar Association, a meeting scheduled for this morning. In fact, Republic is now bringing you those exclusive visuals from inside the meeting. So this is the breaking news we're getting at this moment, that the Bar Association has decided not to represent the accused in the Ram Mandir case. So a big decision, in fact, coming in, and these are exclusive visuals that we have got for you from inside the meeting of the Bar Association at Faizabad District Court. This is where all the 8 arrested will be presented today as their judicial custody ends. And the police, in fact, we understand, is likely to seek their remand today. So ahead of that, we are looking at a big decision coming in from the Bar Association at Faizabad District Court. This is where a decision could likely be taken, as the lawyers have now decided that they will not be representing all the 8 accused in this case. All right, in fact, my colleague Shivam, who's been very closely tracking all this story from the ground, now joins me with more details. Shivam, a big news coming to light that we understand that a final decision on whether or not the Bar Association lawyers will represent the accused will be taken today at this big meeting.
बिल्कुल, इस मामले को लेकर, राम मंदिर में चढ़ावा चोरी के मामले को लेकर खासा नाराजगी सभी वर्गों में देखने को मिल रही है। संत समाज से लेकर अब वकीलों तक भी इसकी नाराजगी की जांच पहुंच चुकी है, नाराजगी की आंच पहुंच चुकी है। चूंकि अब वकीलों ने एक बैठक यहां पर की है फैजाबाद कोर्ट में, और इसको लेकर स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि कोई भी वकील इन 8 आरोपियों की ओर से अदालत में पैरवी नहीं करेगा। इसको लेकर बैठक चल रही है। फिलहाल अंतिम निर्णय आना बाकी है, लेकिन ये पक्ष साफ तौर पर रखा है वकीलों ने एक मत होकर कि हम इस मामले में इन 8 चढ़ावा चोरी के आरोपियों की पैरवी अदालत में नहीं करेंगे, कोर्ट में उनकी बात नहीं रखेंगे। यानी साफ तौर पर इस बात से उन्होंने अपने आप को बाहर कर लिया है कि इस मामले में कोई भी वकील उनकी पैरवी नहीं करेगा। इसको लेकर बैठक लगातार चल रही है। फैजाबाद बार एसोसिएशन के तमाम बड़ी वकील, पदाधिकारी इस मामले में बैठक में शामिल है और चर्चा कर रहे हैं कि आखिर इसमें आगे क्या निर्णय लिया जाए। लेकिन साफ तौर पर वकीलों का एक मत है कि वो इन चंदा चोरी के मामले में आरोपी 8 आरोपियों की पैरवी नहीं करेंगे। वहीं 8 आरोपियों का आज पेश किया जाना है अदालत में, और आज बड़ी और अहम सुनवाई है। चूंकि 3 दिन की न्यायिक हिरासत आज समाप्त हो चुकी है, आज उन्हें पेश किया जाना है। पुलिस ये कोशिश करेगी कि अदालत में अपनी बात रखते हुए, साक्ष्यों को रखते हुए, सबूतों को रखते हुए कि उन्हें पुलिस रिमांड पर दिया जाए, ताकि उनसे और सख्ती से पूछताछ हो, और जो नए नाम निकलकर सामने आ रहे हैं उसको लेकर पुलिस के हाथ कुछ अहम सबूत लगे, अहम सुराग लगे, अहम बयान लगे। लेकिन फिलहाल पूछताछ तब होगी जब पुलिस को रिमांड मिलेगी, कोर्ट में यह फैसला सामने आएगा। लेकिन इसके पहले वकीलों की ये बड़ी बैठक अपने आप में बहुत अहम है, क्योंकि सभी वर्ग इस पूरे मामले से, पूरे प्रकरण से आहत हैं, नाराज हैं। संत समाज नाराज हैं। विपक्ष का साफ तौर पर हमला सरकार पर देखने को मिल ही रहा है। सीएम योगी ने साफ कहा है कि दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी होगा, जो दोषी होगा और उस पर एक्शन होगा। लेकिन इस वक्त राम भक्तों के साथ साथ वकीलों में भी नाराजगी है। वकीलों ने भी इस पूरे मामले से अपने आप को दूर कर लिया है, अपने आप से बाहर कर लिया है, और ये कहना है कि हम इन तमाम 8 आरोपियों की पैरवी अदालत में नहीं करेंगे। इसी विषय को लेकर लगातार अंदर मंथन चल रहा है। बैठक में फाइनल फैसला आना बाकी है, लेकिन हाँ, वकीलों का ये कहना है कि वो इस मामले से दूरी बनाकर रखेंगे।
जी बिल्कुल the meeting is right now underway and we'll of course get to know the decision of whether or not these lawyers will represent the accused in this case, but clearly there is a disappointment in their minds as far as the breach of faith is concerned in this case. Thanks Shubham for joining us and giving us all these details. Now we are shifting focus to West Bengal. Now the Subhendu Adhikari-led government is all expected to table the Uniform Civil Code Bill in the State Assembly today. Now if tabled, the proposed legislation would seek to establish a common civil law governing matters such as marriage, divorce, inheritance and adoption, replacing the religion-based personal laws as the debate nationwide still continues over UCC. Now, the Chief Minister Subhendu Adhikari had earlier said that Uniform Civil Code will be implemented in the state through a proper procedure instituted by a committee which will be headed by a judge. In fact, he had said, and I quote him here, the way UCC was implemented in Gujarat, Uttarakhand and Assam by following a procedure, similarly, it will be implemented in West Bengal. And viewers, the move comes well ahead of the 6-month deadline promised by the BJP in its Sankalp Patra ahead of the assembly elections. We had, in fact, a Union Home Minister clearly stating that BJP government will implement the UCC in West Bengal within 6 months of assuming the office. So even before we reach that deadline, today the Bengal Assembly will in fact see the UCC bill getting tabled by the BJP government. In fact, we also have a reaction from the Chief Minister himself, who made the UCC a big part of his political plank ahead of the elections. Let's take a listen.
देखिए, यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड बंगाल में होगा, एक प्रोसीड्योर होता है, हम लोग असेंबली में बताऊंगा। एक कमेटी बनता है, एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में। गुजरात, उत्तराखंड, आसाम में जिस तरीके से हुआ प्रोसीड्योर मानते हुए होगा, बाकी असेंबली में मानने बताऊंगा मैं। देखिए, यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड बंगाल में होगा, एक प्रोसीड्योर होता है, हम लोग असेंबली में बताऊंगा। एक कमेटी बनता है, एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में। गुजरात, उत्तराखंड, आसाम में जिस तरीके से हुआ प्रोसीड्योर मानते हुए होगा, बाकी असेंबली में मानने बताऊंगा मैं।
In fact, viewers, the bill is now set to be introduced in the Assembly. We understand that MLAs have already started arriving at the Bengal Assembly, and now West Bengal is all set to become the 4th state to implement a UCC. Now, BJP, in fact, at large has been on a UCC spree across the country. We have seen it getting implemented in Goa, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, and now Assam, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh are also on the pipeline to implement Uniform Civil Code in these states. Today, in fact, the bill will be tabled at the Bengal Assembly. And remember, this was a big part of BJP's poll promise, was part of their Sankalp Patra for the state. And as promised by Amit Shah that they would deliver on UCC before the 6-month deadline, today we are expecting the first step to take place in that direction, with a bill on the UCC all set to be introduced in the West Bengal Assembly. In fact, we also had a statement coming in from the BJP State President Soumik Bhattacharya, who said that there should be only one law in the country, which is the demand of the people. My colleague Elena also joins me with more details on this. Elena, you've been tracking this from outside the Assembly. In fact, help us understand who all have already reached the Assembly, and what is the timeline? When are we expecting for the bill to be tabled today?
Actually, the Uniform Civil Code is now set to be introduced in Bengal. If the bill, Uniform Civil Code, is scheduled to be tabled in the Assembly this Monday, following Uttarakhand, Assam and Goa, the UCC is now coming to Bengal, marking another step by the West Bengal BJP government towards fulfilling its pledge. The Uniform Civil Code is said to be implemented in the state, and the UCC bill may be tabled in the Assembly today. And first Uttarakhand, followed by Gujarat and Assam, the Uniform Civil Code has already been implemented in these BJP ruled states. Now West Bengal is set to join the list. With the objective in mind, the state's new Chief Minister Subhendu Adhikari has already spoken of introducing a bill.
All right. Thanks, Elena, for joining us and giving us all these latest details. In fact, on the day when the bill is all set to be tabled, we also had a statement coming in from BJP's State President Somik Bhattacharya, who said that UCC will be implemented in the state as it is the demand of the people. Let's take a listen.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई हिडन एजेंडा नहीं है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिस समय से जन्म लिया है, यूसीसी का बात ही जनता के सामने रहा। एक समय था इंदिरा जी का देहांत के बाद हम लोग 242 सीट पे चुनाव लड़के सिर्फ 2 मिला था हम लोग, तो लोग हम लोग को देकर मजाक करते थे कि हम 2 और हमारा 2। उस समय भी हम लोग यूसीसी का बात कर रहे हैं, और जब 303 मिला था उस समय भी हम लोग यूसीसी का बात कर रहे हैं। तो जिस जगह पे भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सरकार आएगा उस जगह में यूसीसी इंट्रोड्यूस होगा, लेकिन कब होगा, कैसे होगा, ये पश्चिम बंगाल सरकार को बोलना चाहिए। हम तो पार्टी का अध्यक्ष है, सरकार का साथ मेरा कोई लेना देना नहीं है। सरकार जो चल रहा है, लेकिन ये बात भी आपको सोचना चाहिए, देख सारे देश में सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी नहीं, सिर्फ भारतीय जनता पार्टी का सरकार ने नहीं, पूरा जो समाज है, समाज के बहुत सारे वर्ग, अल्पसंख्यक वर्ग के भी लोग भी ऐसा बहुत कलकत्ता में है जो लोग कॉमन सिविल कोड बिल चाहते हैं अपने समाज की खातिर। ये होना चाहिए, एक देश में एक ही कानून होना चाहिए, यही जनता की मांग है।
In fact, viewers, BJP has also hit back at the Congress and opposition at large for opposing the implementation of the Uniform Civil Code, saying that the opposition wants to sacrifice the rights of women for their petty vote bank politics. Let's take a listen to the reactions.
ये हमारे मैनिफेस्टो में हमने यूसीसी को करेंगे ऐसा हमने रखा था, तो सारे राजनीतिक दलों के अगेंस्ट में कंप्लेन होता है कि वो अपने मैनिफेस्टो का बाद में भूल जाते हैं। तो हम तो अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं, मैनिफेस्टो में जो लिखा है उसको लागू कर रहे हैं। और यूसीसी बहुत ज़रूरी है, भारत के संविधान की मूल भावनाओं के अनुसार है, क्योंकि भारत के मूल संविधान ये कहता है कि भारत का संविधान अपने नागरिकों के साथ रिलीजियन, कास्ट, क्रीड इसके एवज में किसी के साथ भेदभाव नहीं करेगी। तो अभी जो हमारा सिस्टम है तो उसमें हिंदुओं के लिए एक कानून, मुसलमानों के लिए एक कानून, ऐसा होने से भेदभाव होता है। तो यूसीसी होने से भेदभाव मिट जाएगा, अच्छा होगा।
UCC is part of the constitution. UCC has been a commitment of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Modi government, towards women empowerment, and therefore wherever the BJP NDA government is coming to power, it is going forward with the implementation of UCC. Whether it is steps taken in Bengal, whether it is steps taken in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, or already UCC has been implemented in Uttarakhand, it has gone into advanced stage in Assam. This shows that BJP government, Modi government is committed towards gender empowerment, women empowerment. But in the name of UCC, you have a BBC, Bhadkao Bhaijan Committee, that puts vote bank above women's empowerment. From Shah Banu to Shaira Banu, they have always sacrificed women's rights at the altar of vote bank politics. UCC was brought into constitution when Congress was in power. UCC was upheld by courts, Supreme Court, High Court. UCC has been implemented in Goa when Congress was in power. But today they oppose UCC because they have to appeal to the vote bank. And therefore, they have always sacrificed women's empowerment and women's right at the altar of vote bank politics, be it women's reservation or UCC.
Now, here's Jammu and Kashmir has held a comprehensive dry run on Amarnath Yatra route amid heightened security. The convoy left from Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu for both Baltal and Pahalgam routes in Kashmir. Now, Jammu and Kashmir Police CRPF provided robust security cover for the entire exercise. Senior officials also travelled in a government bus to Kashmir to assess preparedness and coordination on the ground. The 57-day annual Amarnath Yatra is all now set to begin on July 3rd. Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha will flag off the first batch of pilgrims from Bhagwati Nagar base camp on July 2nd. Here's a ground report filed by my colleague Gursimran. Take a look.
Right ahead of the start of the Amarnath Yatra, the dry run for the Yatra is taking place here from the Bhagwati Nagar base camp, and equipped with the sophisticated weapons, the teams of the CRPF, they are now leaving for the Kashmir Valley. This is a dry run in which the senior officials all will be part of this first cavalcade that will be leaving for the holy pilgrimage of Baba Barfani. The entire stretch will be completed and all the formalities, modalities will be completed for this yatra that will take place. Here the CRPF has deployed its special commandos that will be part of this grid, the escort grid that will take place, and here you will see that equipped with the sophisticated weapons to carry out possibility of any anti-sabotage attempt. These teams of the CRPF, they have been deployed here with the weapons as well as with the communication devices. I'll request Ashu to come along with me and we will show you that these are the men of the CRPF that have been deployed here with the bulletproof gear. They are fully equipped. Also with them they have the communication devices, so that if needed arises, these communication devices will be used, and they have been equipped with the bulletproof gear so that in case of contingency or if anyone tries to target them, they can give a befitting reply. Here you will see that these commandos will be part of this entire cavalcade starting from Jammu to the Lambar area in the Banihal, and after that the security will be taken over by the Kashmir Zone Police. So a heightened security grid is in place as we speak. As the dry run continues for the Amarnath Yatra, the pilgrimage is going to be very important. These are the men, the troops that are always ready to give adversary a befitting reply, and here they are in a full ready state to ensure that as Yatra leaves for the Kashmir Valley, the dry run is taking place. They are ensuring that any untoward incident that is planned or is being orchestrated by the adversary or the enemies of the country, that can be foiled well within time.
Now, shocking revelations have come forward in Ketan Agarwal's murder case. Now, investigators are probing the case said that Sia and Chetan allegedly conducted a rehearsal at the Lohagarh fort days before the incident. They searched online for ways to kill him and even prepared answers for possible police questioning. Here's a detailed report. Take a look.
More shocking revelations emerge in the Ketan Agarwal murder case. Investigations have shown that Sia and Chetan allegedly conducted a rehearsal at Lohagarh Fort days before the murder. Police say Sia and Chetan had searched on Google to figure out methods for committing the murder. Both the accused also made a foolproof plan on exactly where at Lohagarh Fort a push would make the incident appear to be an accident. They had even prepared answers for possible police questioning.
पुणे ग्रामीण पुलिस ने सिया और चेतन को लेकर पहुंची थी क्राइम रिक्रिएशन करने के लिए। तस्वीरें मैं दिखा रहा हूं किस तरह से यहां पे जो पुलिस की टीम आ रही। देखिए तस्वीरें, देखिए सिया और चेतन दोनों मौजूद है और चेतन और सिया दोनों को लेकर पहुंची थी। सामने देखिए सिया है, सिया देखिए किस तरह से यहाँ पे सिया क्यों मारा, सिया क्यों मारा, सिया क्यों मारा, चेतन ने कौन मारा, आप मारे कि चेतन ने मारा केतन को। ये देख सकते हैं कि सिया को लेके जा रहे हैं। सिया चेतन मारा था, तुमने मारा था सिया। ये तस्वीरें देखिए किस तरह से पुलिस की टीम क्राइम रिक्रिएशन करने के बाद लेके जा रही है।
The probe further revealed that the duo visited Lohagarh Fort a few days prior to the incident and rehearsed the alleged plan to push Ketan. It seems the investigation into the case has entered a crucial phase as Pune Police Rural took the two accused to Lohagarh Fort to recreate the crime scene. Meanwhile, during interrogation, Sia's parents stated that they had no knowledge of her relationship with Chetan. They confirmed that the engagement progressed only after Sia's approval. The case has triggered widespread public outrage, with residents and members of Ketan Agarwal's family organizing candlelight marches in Pune to demand speedy justice.
All right, viewers, now slipping into a very short break, but don't go anywhere. Coming up after a short commercial break, Akal Takht has now summoned all Sikh MLAs and Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. Getting you all the details on that big meeting after a short break.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता, उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ,
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks, let me tell you this, viewers. Now, the police arrested the accused, and there was a procession of the accused also taken out. The accused identified as one Shoaib, Zahid Khan and Taslim. Shoaib organized the event, and Zahid and Taslim were the ones waving the flag.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover 2 lies, he lies a 3rd time and a 4th time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all...
BJP's pre-poll promise push Shuvendu government to present Uniform Civil Code bill in assembly today. After Champat Rai, Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao to step down now. Gopal Rao likely to resign from his position of temple manager. Police record statement of Champat Rai. Anil Mishra and other trust office bearers to record their statement next. Mystery theft at Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper evidence? Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. All right, viewers, let's begin this bulletin with the big breaking news development that we are getting from the Ram Mandir donation row. This is the breaking news coming in connection with the Ayodhya donation controversy case. Now, Gopal Rao to step down from the temple operations. That's what we are getting, ladies and gentlemen. Anil Mishra and Champat Rai have already resigned, and a new arrangement regarding the trust's functioning is set to be devised during the meeting on July 11. It is possible that Gopal Rao might voluntarily withdraw from its responsibilities with the trust even before that. So there are a lot of developments that we are getting from the Ram Mandir temple after the fallout and after what happened after the donation row. This is about Gopal Rao, who we are getting to know is going to step down from the temple operations. Anil Mishra and Champat Rai have already resigned, and a new arrangement regarding the trust's functioning is set to be devised during the meeting on July 11. It is possible that Gopal Rao might voluntarily withdraw from his responsibilities with the trust even before that. So this is a development that we are getting from Ram Mandir. All right, Shubham is live with us with all the latest details in this entire matter. और शुभम, अब क्या अपडेट सामने निकल कर आ रही है? थोड़ी देर पहले हमने देखा कि कैसे बार एसोसिएशन की एक मीटिंग भी हुई थी, उनकी तरफ से भी कहा गया था कि हम अक्यूज्ड की तरफ से जो केस है वो नहीं लड़ेंगे, और अब यहाँ पर केवल चंपत राय नहीं, केवल अनिल मिश्रा नहीं, बट गोपाल राव का भी नाम सामने आ रहा है। क्या वो भी जो कार्य प्रणाली है, जो कार्यभार होता है, उससे पीछे हटना पड़ेगा उनको? ये उन पर दबाव बनाया गया है, उन्होंने स्वतः ये फैसला लिया है?
बिल्कुल, आज का दिन बहुत अहम है और जैसे जैसे जांच आगे बढ़ती जा रही है वैसे वैसे जांच का दायरा कई लोगों के इशारे पर साफ तौर पर बढ़ते जा रहा है, क्योंकि अब जब 8 आरोपियों की आज पेशी होनी है, उनसे पूछताछ भी हो चुकी है और उसके बाद अब पहले गोपाल राव को भी अब इस तरह से माना जा रहा है कि वो कामकाज से दूरी बना चुके हैं और ऐसे में अब ट्रस्ट को चलाने के लिए नए लोगों को सामने ला सकते हैं। फिलहाल ये जानकारी सामने आ रही है, लेकिन एक बड़ा सवाल ये है कि आज जो पेशी होने वाली है उसमें कोर्ट क्या पुलिस रिमांड पर देगी इन 8 आरोपियों को? अगर पुलिस रिमांड इन 8 आरोपियों की मिलती है तो एक बड़ी जानकारी ये सामने आ सकती है कि पूछताछ में नए नाम निकलकर सामने आ सकते हैं। 8 आरोपी फिलहाल अभी जेल में हैं। अभी करीब 12 बजे के आसपास उन्हें कोर्ट में पेश किया जा सकता है और उन्हें कोर्ट में पेश करने के बाद में यह माना जा रहा है कि पुलिस रिमांड पर उन्हें भेजा जा सकता है। पुलिस हिरासत में फिलहाल अभी वो हैं और पूछताछ उनसे सख्ती से होगी। लेकिन इस एक साइड वकीलों की भी बैठक चल रही है, बार एसोसिएशन फैजाबाद की बैठक चल रही है। बैठक में यह फैसला लगभग किया जा चुका है कि कोई भी वकील इन तमाम 8 आरोपियों की पैरवी नहीं करेगा। अदालत में अगर वो करता है तो उसकी मेंबरशिप समाप्त कर दी जाएगी, उन्हें 5 लाख का जुर्माना भरना होगा। और इसके साथ साथ एक जानकारी ये भी सामने आ रही है कि फैजाबाद के जो वकील हैं उनका एक डेलीगेशन जो है सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक याचिका दायर करेगा इस पूरे मामले की जांच को लेकर। लेकिन इसके अलावा तमाम खंडपीठों में, लखनऊ की हम बात करें, लखनऊ बेंच में भी यहाँ पर याचिका दाखिल कर दी गई है। इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट में भी एक जनहित याचिका दायर की गई जिसमें इस बात का जिक्र किया गया है कि सीबीआई इस पूरे मामले की जांच करे। लेकिन स्पष्ट रूप से 8 आरोपियों को आज पेश किया जाना और उसके बाद में उनका पुलिस रिमांड पर जाना ये बिल्कुल साफ कर देगा पूछताछ में कि और कौन कौन इसमें शामिल है। लेकिन बीते 24 घंटे का घटनाक्रम अगर हम याद करें तो बीते 24 घंटे में इन तमाम 8 आरोपियों के ठिकानों पर पुलिस की दबिश हुई है। पुलिस ने इनके पड़ोसियों से पूछताछ की है, इनके रिश्तेदारों से पूछताछ की है, इनके दोस्तों से बातचीत की है और ये जानने की कोशिश की है कि क्या क्या साक्ष्य निकलकर सामने आ सकते हैं। जानकारी ये भी सामने आई है कि कल जो दबिश दी थी टिन्नू यादव, जो कि चंपत राय का ड्राइवर बताया जाता है, खास माना जाता है, बड़ा रसूख था इसका राम मंदिर में, उनके यहाँ से भी कुछ ठिकाने, यहाँ पर कुछ कैश है वो यहाँ से दबिश बरामद किया गया है ठिकानों में। इसके अलावा चंपत राय के अलावा अनिल मिश्रा का इस्तीफा हो चुका है। गोपाल राव भी अब दूरी बना चुके हैं कामकाज से, सूत्र ऐसी जानकारी दे रहे हैं। लेकिन अब जब SIT की जांच जैसे जैसे आगे बढ़ती जाएगी वैसे वैसे नए नए नाम निकलकर सामने आएंगे और जांच के साथ
प्लीज स्टे विद अस, आप हमारे साथ बने रहिए। एक और बड़ी खबर है, उस पर भी आपकी राय ले लेते हैं, आपकी जानकारी क्या आपकी the Ram Mandir Ayodhya donation row, lawyers from the Faizabad Bar Association had decided earlier, so that's the story, they had decided not to represent the accused, and a final decision on this matter was supposed to be taken at the Bar Association meeting, which was scheduled today. Now the meeting is underway, it happened, and we have the inside visuals of the meeting, first on Republic exclusive visuals. As you can see, this is the Faizabad Bar Association meeting which is happening in the Faizabad court, and they have decided not to take up the meeting, not to take up the case of the accused in this entire matter. So this is exactly what we are getting from the meeting which happened. Now Shubham is with us for all the latest details. शुभम, अभी एक मीटिंग जो थी बार एसोसिएशन की वो जो होनी थी वो अभी चल रही है, ऐसा सुनने में आ रहा है, और इन्होंने एक निर्णय लिया था कि ये केस नहीं लड़ेंगे। जरा उसको भी थोड़ा विस्तार से समझाते चलिए कि कैसे बार एसोसिएशन जब डिसाइड कर लेता है कि हम अक्यूज्ड का केस नहीं लड़ेंगे, क्योंकि इसमें उनकी धार्मिक भावनाएं भी जुड़ी हुई हैं, अयोध्या का मामला है, तो धार्मिक भावनाओं को मद्देनजर रखते हुए बार एसोसिएशन का ये फैसला कितना बड़ा, कितना महत्वपूर्ण, और क्या अपडेट है वहां पर?
बिल्कुल, ये सिर्फ करोड़ों के गबन या घोटाले का मामला नहीं है, चोरी का मामला नहीं है, बल्कि ये करोड़ों राम भक्तों की भावनाओं को, उनकी आस्था को ठेस पहुंचाने का प्रकरण भी है। ऐसे में जहां एक तरफ संत समाज नाराज हैं, राम भक्त नाराज हैं, आम लोग नाराज हैं, तो वहीं दूसरी ओर अब वकीलों ने भी इस पर एकमत राय होकर यह फैसला कर लिया है कि कोई भी वकील बार एसोसिएशन फैजाबाद से इस मामले की पैरवी नहीं करेगा आज अदालत में। ये जानकारी सामने आ रही है। बैठक में इस बात का फैसला भी किया गया है कि जो भी वकील इन आरोपियों की तरफ से कोर्ट में खड़ा होगा उसके खिलाफ कार्रवाई की जा सकती है, उसे बाहर किया जा सकता है। बार एसोसिएशन फैजाबाद से 5 लाख का जुर्माना देना होगा। इसके अलावा एक बात और बैठक से निकलकर सामने आ रही है कि फैजाबाद बार एसोसिएशन से वकीलों का एक डेलीगेशन सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक याचिका दायर करेगा जो कि इसकी निष्पक्ष जांच करने की मांग करेगा। यानी कि बैठक में कुल मिलाकर 3-4 बातें निकलकर सामने आई है, जिसमें इस बात से बिल्कुल स्पष्ट हो गया कि इस पूरे प्रकरण में आरोपियों का केस लड़ने से दूरी बना ली है फैजाबाद के वकीलों ने, अयोध्या के वकीलों ने इस बैठक में। फिलहाल बैठक लगातार जारी है और भी कई बड़ी बातें बैठक में चल रही है और मंथन ये चल रहा है कि इन आरोपियों को सख्त से सख्त सजा दी जाए। जिस तरह से सरकार पर लगातार विपक्ष हमलावर है, विपक्ष का बड़ा आरोप सरकार पर लग रहा है, लेकिन सरकार की ओर से सीएम योगी ने साफ तौर पर कहा है कि दोषियों को बख्शेंगे नहीं, दोषी जो भी होगा दूध का दूध पानी किया जाएगा और उसके बाद उसे कड़ी से कड़ी सजा दी जाएगी। माना यह भी जा रहा है कि संत समाज नाराज थे, आम लोग नाराज थे, राम भक्त भी नाराज इस पूरे मामले से, और ये नाराजगी अब वकीलों में भी साफ तौर पर देखने को मिली है। चूंकि राम मंदिर से चढ़ावा चोरी का मामला सिर्फ एक चोरी या करोड़ों के गबन का महज मामला नहीं है, ये राम भक्तों की भावनाओं का मामला है, उनकी आस्था का मामला है, उनकी आस्था को ठेस पहुंचाने का मामला है। ऐसे में इन 8 आरोपियों को कड़ी से कड़ी सजा मिले, ये बार एसोसिएशन भी चाहता है। बैठक अभी इसी कमरे में चल रही है और बैठक में और जो भी निकलकर सामने आता है वो लगातार सामने आते जा रहा है। फिलहाल 3 बड़े फैसले कि आरोपियों का पक्ष रखने से वकीलों ने दूरी बना ली है, उन्होंने इस पूरे मामले से अपने आप को दूर कर लिया है।
बिल्कुल शुभम, आप बने रहिए, एक और मामला है कोर्ट से जुड़ा हुआ, लेकिन ये माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय का मामला है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट की तरफ से क्या कुछ कहा गया उस पर एक बार नजर उस पर डाल लेते हैं। There is another big breaking news development, ladies and gentlemen. This is about in the alleged Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case. The Supreme Court has advised the petitioner, the one who made the petition seeking a CBI probe into the alleged embezzlement of donations made to Ayodhya Ram Mandir, to submit a letter before the court's registry mentioning the urgency for an urgent hearing in the case. The petitioner informed the court that the registry had indicated that the matter would be listed only after the court vacation, and submitted that by then the electronic evidence could be tampered with. Now the court, however, advised the petitioner to circulate a letter mentioning the urgency so that it could examine the request for an early hearing in this entire matter. All right, शुभम, तो ये पूरा मामला जो है माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के पास पहुंच चुका है शुभम, लेकिन इसमें पहले ये जो खबर निकलकर सामने आई थी कि अर्जेंट हियरिंग के लिए अनुमति जो है वो नहीं दी गई है, लेकिन ये बोला गया क्योंकि सीबीआई की जांच की मांग की गई, उसमें ये बोला गया उनकी तरफ से कि अगर एविडेंस टैंपर हो जाएगा तो क्या हुआ, तो उसके लिए एक अपील करने को कहा गया कि आप लेटर में लिख के दीजिए कि अर्जेंसी क्या है। तो जरा वो समझाइए क्या बात कही गई।
बिल्कुल, इस पूरे मामले को लेकर देश भर में 3-4 याचिकाएं दायर की जा चुकी हैं। लखनऊ के खंडपीठ में दायर हुई है, जिसमें इस बात का जिक्र किया गया है कि सीएजी के द्वारा इस पूरे मामले का ऑडिट किया जाए। जो रखरखाव है धन का, जो चंदा सामग्री एकत्रित होती है, आभूषण हो, उसमें रकम हो, संपत्ति हो, दान हो, इन तमाम चीज़ों का ब्यौरा किया जाए। इसके अलावा सीबीआई से जाँच कराने की मांग भी यहाँ पर की गई है, उसकी सुनवाई इलाहाबाद हाईकोर्ट में होनी है, उसको लेकर भी याचिका दायर की गई है। और अभी हाल ही में सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी इस बात को लेकर याचिका दायर की गई है, लेकिन सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस बात बात से इनकार किया है कि इसकी अभी इतनी ज़्यादा अनिवार्यता क्या है, क्योंकि मामला राम भक्तों से जुड़ा हुआ है। ऐसे में सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने साफ तौर पर कहा है कि आने वाले 2 से 3 दिन में संभवतः इस मामले पर सुनवाई हो और एक इंडिपेंडेंट बेंच जो है इस पूरे मामले की सुनवाई कर सकती है। फिलहाल ये जानकारी सामने आ रही है, यानी कि मामला लखनऊ न्यायालय के अलावा इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट और अब सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक पहुंच चुका है। फैजाबाद में मामला चल ही रहा है, यानी माना जा रहा है कि इन तमाम न्यायालयों के इस पूरे प्रकरण पर अहम सुनवाई होनी है अलग अलग अदालतों में और उसको लेकर भी विचार किया जा सकता है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने फिलहाल इनकार किया है अनिवार्य, यानी कि अभी जो सुनवाई है आज ही सुनवाई, इससे इनकार किया है। लेकिन हाँ, संभवतः हो सकता है कि आने वाले सप्ताह में या आने वाले कुछ दिनों में सुप्रीम कोर्ट इस पर विचार करे और एक बार फिर से इस पर मामले की सुनवाई हो, क्योंकि साफ तौर पर सीबीआई दाखिल करने की, सीबीआई की एंट्री हो इस पूरे मामले में, ये मांग लगातार की जा रही है। राम भक्तों का भी यही कहना, हमने अयोध्या में लोगों से बातचीत की, उनका भी यही कहना था कि इस पूरे मामले की जांच सीबीआई से करानी चाहिए, सीबीआई कड़ा एक्शन ले, सीबीआई बारीकी से जांच करे इस पूरे मामले की और जो जो दोषी हो उन पर सख्त कार्रवाई हो। फिलहाल एसआईटी के हाथ में जांच है, एसआईटी लगातार जांच कर रही है। 8 आरोपियों को हिरासत में लेकर आरोपी नामजद बनाकर उनसे पूछताछ चल रही है। वो अभी जेल में हो, अब से कुछ देर में कोर्ट में पेश होने वाले हैं। लेकिन एसआईटी की जांच में जिस पर सुई घूमेगी, जिस पर इशारा होगा, वो उनसे पूछताछ होगी। और ये जानकारी भी सामने आई है आज की एसआईटी की जांच के सिफारिश पर ही, उनकी जांच में जो सामने आया उसके आधार पर ही आज चंपत राय से पूछताछ हुई है, अनिल मिश्रा से पूछताछ हो सकती है, गोपाल राव ने कामकाज से दूरी बना ली है।
बिल्कुल ठीक,
मामला साफ तौर पर जमीनी स्तर पर एसआईटी की जांच बिल्कुल तेजी से चल रही है और कई नाम निकलकर सामने आ रहे हैं। मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट भी पहुंच चुका है।
बिल्कुल शुभम, आप नजर बना के रखिए और जानकारी जैसे उपलब्ध होती है आप हमारे साथ साझा करिए। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक्स अ लॉट। सो दिस वाज शुभम गिविंग अस द लेटेस्ट डिटेल्स इन द राम मंदिर donation embezzlement case. Now let's move on to another big breaking news development. This is about the Pune murder case. Now new details have emerged in the Ketan Agarwal murder case. Now as per the police sources, now during the crime reconstruction, accused Sia Goel told police that Chetan Chaudhary had pushed Ketan Agarwal. So they passed the buck and they blame each other. This was happening since a while, because Sia Goel also took police to the exact spot where she claims Chetan Chaudhary pushed Ketan in this case. Now the reconstruction was carried out as planned as part of the ongoing investigation in the matter. The police are now verifying the sequence of events based on the accused statements. That is Sia's statement in this case, because Sia is now blaming Chetan in this case, that it was Chetan who pushed Ketan from that cliff, from that from that hilltop. So this is another new detail that has emerged in the Ketan Agarwal murder case. Now, as per the police sources that we are getting, because there was a crime scene reconstruction which was supposed to happen, and that happened, and the accused in this case, that is Sia Goel, told police that Chetan Chaudhary had pushed Ketan Agarwal. Now, Sia Goel also took police to the exact spot where she claims Chetan Chaudhary had pushed Ketan. The reconstruction was carried out as part of the ongoing investigation. Now, police are now verifying the sequence of events based on the accused's statement. Revati is live with us with all the latest details. Coming to you, Revati, because there was a crime scene reconstruction, recreation of the scene that was supposed to happen, and that happened, Revati. And we are getting to know that Sia has blamed Chetan, and this is not the first time she is passing the buck. She is blaming Chetan. Earlier also during interrogation she was blaming Chetan, and now clearly she is mentioning that it was only Chetan, not her. But what's the latest that you are getting?
Right, as you rightly mentioned, the blame game had already begun, but 2 days before, the recreation of the scene happened at the Lohagarh Fort, where both the accused, Sia Goel and Chetan Chaudhary, were taken to Lohagarh Fort, where they did show minute details of the routes, or from where did they go, where did they stop, and the scene was recreated at the very spot. She gave all the details of the incident to the police when the scene was recreated at Lohagarh Fort. Also, a dummy body was taken to Lohagarh Fort, where they were made to push that body exactly the way they did on the 18th of June. And now the details are emerging that Sia Goel said that the final push was given by Chetan Chaudhary and not her. And this is not the first time, as you rightly mentioned, this is not the first time where Sia Goel blamed Chetan Chaudhary for this. So now it will be important to see that what details emerge further, because today, on 29th of June, both the accused will be presented before the court, as today their police custody of 7 days ends. Over to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Revati, for all the updates in this entire matter. Keep an eye on what's exactly happening right now. All right, viewers, we're getting another big breaking news development. This is regarding the UCC in West Bengal. Now, there has been a major update on the Uniform Civil Code when we talk about West Bengal. Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari may give a statement in the Assembly today regarding the UCC bill. And we are also getting to know, as per our sources, that the UCC bill will not be tabled today. But however, we will be getting a statement by the Chief Minister in the Assembly today regarding the UCC bill, and a committee will be formed to discuss the bill. So that's the latest that we are getting in this entire matter. This is the update, a big update indeed in the UCC when it comes to West Bengal. Today the Chief Minister may give a statement in the Assembly regarding the UCC bill. A committee will be formed to discuss the bill. The committee will be formed under the leadership of former Judge Ranjana Prakash Desai, and opposition members will also be included in the committee at a later stage. The eminent people from various sections of society may be included in the bill. The UCC bill will be prepared after taking everyone's opinions into consideration, and the Chief Minister may give a statement today in the Assembly regarding the committee and the bill. So the big headline is, the big news is that the bill will not be tabled today. The bill will not be tabled today, but there will be a committee which will be drafted, and then all right, this is the map, the UCC map, where all the law has been enacted. This is Goa. It is having a Goa civil code, so it's important to mention that. Gujarat, there is a UCC law enacted in Gujarat when we speak about it. Uttarakhand, one of the first states recently in the BJP government for having a UCC, and Assam also has a UCC law that has been enacted. It's active. These are the states 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 latest, and Goa historically has a Goa civil code. Others have a uniform civil code. Now, coming to the map of India, in which the UCC bill is in progress, or the drafting, or it's being thought about. It is Madhya Pradesh number 1, where UCC is in progress. Maharashtra, it is in focus. You'll have a UCC in Maharashtra very soon. West Bengal, the latest updates that as we are sharing with you. West Bengal also, that's what we are getting. And Chhattisgarh also will very soon have a UCC bill, a UCC law that will be enacted after a bill will be tabled in the Assembly. So this is UCC loading in Bengal. That's what we are getting to know. And the big update here is that it's highly probable, as per our sources, that the bill will not be tabled today, but however there will be a statement by the Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari in this entire matter, and there also will be a committee that will be formed to draft a bill on UCC today. All right, Alina is with us for all the latest updates. Alina is with us for all the latest updates. Alina, what's the latest that you are getting? We are getting to know, as per our sources, that the bill will not be tabled today. Is it true? Will there be a committee that will be drafted?
See, actually, this is the big day because UCC bill implemented in the Assembly implemented होने वाला है, and this is the day for UCC Universal Civil Code for every Indian citizen, and implemented first of all Uttarakhand, Goa, Assam, and then West Bengal. अभी तक UCC bill is scheduled to be tabled in the Assembly this Monday, following Uttarakhand, Assam, and Goa. UCC is now coming to Bengal. This is a big day for all of Indians, and BJP government towards fulfilling is pledge. The Uniform Civil Code is said to be implemented in the state West Bengal, and the UCC bill may be tabled in the Assembly for today. The Indian Law and Politics, UCC, stands for the Uniform Civil Code. It's a proposed framework designed to replace personal laws based on the religious and religion.
All right, so this is Elena with all the latest developments that we are getting in this entire matter. So this is about the UCC bill in West Bengal. We are getting all the latest in this entire matter because it is the BJP on UCC spree, and this is BJP to table UCC bill. That was what we are getting right now, but we'll have to wait for all the updates because we are getting to know that a committee will be formed which will draft the UCC bill, and then also we'll have a statement by the Chief Minister of West Bengal. All right, my colleague Alina had spoken to BJP MLA Dr. Rajesh Kumar on the UCC bill. Let's listen in.
तो बिल सर आएगा असेंबली में तो क्या बोलना सर बिल सर आ रहा है सर उसमें क्या बोलना
जो दोनों बिल जो आ रहे हैं बहुत ही प्रोग्रेसिव बिल है दोनों, क्योंकि गुंडों का दमन और जो पब्लिक ऑर्डर कैसे बना के रखा जाए इसके लिए एक बहुत ही सुदृढ़ व्यवस्था की जरूरत थी। हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शुभेंदु अधिकारी जी बहुत ही विजनरी और प्रोग्रेसिव दोनों बिल लेके आए हैं और बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से इनको ड्राफ्ट किया गया है। इसमें आप देखिए कि जो गुंडे जो थे, वो जो कहा जाता है ना कि दे वर नॉट द एनिमी ऑफ पावर, दे वर द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ पावर। इन लोगों के माध्यम से पिछले 15 सालों में हमने सरकार को चलते हुए देखा है। जो भी पुलिस अधिकारी जरा सा भी किसी गुंडा और ऐसे अपराधी लोगों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई करता था, शाम होने से पहले उसका बदली का आदेश उसके हाथों में होता था, और जो लोग उसको दूसरी तरफ देख लेते थे, उनकी तरफ कोई कार्रवाई नहीं करते थे, उनको पूरा रिवॉर्ड किया जाता था। जो कहते हैं ना कि आप पुलिस का मनोबल तोड़ने के लिए आपको उससे हथियार नहीं लेने पड़ेंगे, आपको पुलिस को कमजोर बनाने के लिए उसके हथियार नहीं तोड़ लेने होंगे। आप पुलिस को अगर कमजोर करना चाहते हैं तो उसके मनोबल को तोड़ दीजिए, और उन्होंने यही गत 15 सालों में किया। आज फिर से पुलिस के हाथ में कानून है और कानून रहेगा, और साथ में एक ऐसी सक्षम, योग्य और निरपेक्ष सरकार की बैकिंग रहेगी, जिसके कारण वो जो करना चाहते हैं इन गुंडों के दमन के लिए वो काम कर सकेंगे। मेंटेनेंस ऑफ पब्लिक ऑर्डर में इस चीज को बहुत अच्छे से डिफाइन किया है कि ये जो लोग जला देते हैं, दंगा फसाद करते हैं, लोगों की प्रॉपर्टीज को नष्ट करते हैं, उसका मतलब क्या है, कैसे 15B में कि कैसे वो पनिशेबल है, 15C में कैसे हम इसको कलेक्टिवली सब लोगों से रिकवरी कर सकते हैं, इन सारी चीजों की व्यवस्था इसमें की गई है। जिससे और क्लेम कमीशन बनाया गया। एक साधारण आदमी भी जिसकी दुकान या कोई सब्जी की दुकान या और कोई दुकान में भी तोड़फोड़ अगर हो गई है, इससे पहले वो अपने आप उसको सब कुछ करना पड़ता था, या इंश्योरेंस से कुछ मिल जाए तो मिल जाता था। लेकिन आज सरकार ने इस चीज की व्यवस्था की है कि वो भी क्लेम कमीशन के सामने जाकर के इसके बारे में रिकवरी मांग सकते हैं, हर्जाना मांग सकते हैं उन लोगों से जिन्होंने काम किया है। साथ ही साथ गुंडों का दमन, जो दूसरा वेस्ट बंगाल पब्लिक सेफ्टी एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ एंटी सोशल एक्टिविटीज एक्ट बिल जो लाया गया है, इस बिल में भी जिस तरह की व्यवस्था की गई है, गुंडों को डिफाइन किया गया है, जिनके विरुद्ध में आर्म्स एक्ट, एनडीपीएस एक्ट, एक्सप्लोसिव सब्सटेंस एक्ट या भारतीय न्याय संहिता के किसी भी प्रावधान में उनको कन्विक्शन हुआ हो या रिपीटेड चार्जशीट हुई हो, उन व्यक्तियों को इसमें इस अधिनियम, इस एक्ट के तहत जब पास हो जाएगा तब इसके तहत उसके विरुद्ध में कार्रवाई की जा सकेगी। इसके लिए बहुत ही सेफगार्ड के साथ इसमें एक हाईकोर्ट के जज के नेतृत्व में एक एडवाइजरी बोर्ड का भी गठन है, जिससे अगर किसी भी व्यक्ति को लगे कि उसमें गलत कार्रवाई हुई है तो वो कोर्ट में जा सकता है, ट्राइब्यूनल के पास जा सकता है, बोर्ड के पास जा सकता है, और बोर्ड के पास जाकर के ये चीज बोल सकता है कि आप हमें हमको इससे रक्षा प्रदान कीजिए, तो वो जैसा निर्णय करेंगे वो होगा। तो इसलिए आज मैं कह सकता हूं कि पुलिस के हाथ में सक्षम कानून है और पीछे एक बहुत ही सशक्त और निरपेक्ष सरकार की बैकिंग है, जिससे हम गुंडों का दमन कर सकेंगे और जो बदमाशी करेंगे उनसे हर्जाना वसूल कर सकेंगे।
इसका कुछ है अगर कोई
देखिए, कोई भी नेता पिछली सरकार में, मैं आपको जगद्दल की बात बता रहा हूं, भाटपाड़ा म्यूनिसिपैलिटी में जो नॉन क्रिमिनल्स हैं, जिन्होंने लोगों को जान से मारने में भूमिका निभाई है, लोगों के घर बार तोड़े हैं, लोगों को पिटाई किया है, सब तरीके से लोगों को परेशान किया है, वो लोग काउंसलर बने बैठे हैं, वो लोग जिला परिषद में बैठे हैं, वो लोग पंचायतों में बैठे हैं। तो ऐसे लोगों को अगर आप नेता बना के बिठा देंगे तो इससे किसी तरह की कोई इम्यूनिटी नहीं होनी चाहिए। उनके विरुद्ध में तो और ज्यादा कठोरतम कार्रवाई होने की जरूरत है। और टीएमसी के जो नेता जो आज तक बचे हुए बैठे थे, इन कानूनों के बाद में पुलिस के हाथ और ज्यादा खुलेंगे और बहुत तगड़ी कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Well, it was time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Coming up next, mystery theft at Giribala's ex-judge Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing the police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper evidence? Coming up next.
और शाही पनीर मसाला। डिलीशियस, हेल्दी, एवरीडे।
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ और
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो, मिलाओ और खाओ।
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है, सबका राजा प्योर मसाला।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody.
बाद में बात करेंगे।
अरे आप politician हो, आप politician हो, आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ।
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा,
राजा प्योर मसाला। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट।
स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है। स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चंकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air, and it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane, and there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, look, we are back. And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast. And the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks, let me tell you this, viewers. Now, the police arrested the accused, and there was a procession of the accused also taken out. The accused identified as one Shoaib.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
welcome. You're watching Live Report on Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra. Now, the BJP is on a UCC spree across the nation. After Assam, Gujarat and Uttarakhand, Maharashtra and West Bengal are also in the pipeline to have a uniform civil code in place. And in fact, at the Bengal Assembly today, the first big step will be taken. We're expecting Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari to make a big statement shortly at the Assembly. Getting you all the details on BJP's UCC push in Bengal in the next 30 minutes. But first up, a quick check at the top headlines. BJP's pre-poll promise push. Bengal CM Suvendu Adhikari likely to make a big statement in the Assembly regarding the UCC bill. After Tamper try, Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao to now step down. Gopal Rao likely to step down from his position of temple manager amid Ram Mandir donation theft case. Police records the statement of Tamper Trai, the General Secretary of Ram Mandir Trust, who has now tendered his resignation. Anil Mishra and other trust office bearers to also record their statement next. Mystery theft reported at accused Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. Question remains, was it an attempt to tamper evidence again? Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law implemented in the state. Welcome viewers, our top focus at this hour. Now, a shocking and new twist has come to light in Twisha Sharma death case. A theft bid was reported at the residence of the accused ex-judge Giribala Singh. Now viewers, this is now raising more questions than answers. Police say that the intruders allegedly targeted not just jewellery but also files. And these are files containing documents linked to both the accused, Giribala Singh and her son Samarth Singh. And at the time of the incident, Giribala Singh's brother was in fact present in the house. He said that the thieves entered through the rear portion of the house late on Saturday night, so no one initially noticed the break-in. Now, yes, coincidentally, a patrol was also passing nearby. And on hearing the police vehicle's siren, the thieves panicked, abandoned the stolen goods and escaped. In fact, the police chased them, but they managed to flee. Several questions are now being raised, such as why would the thieves be interested in these documents which are linked to both the accused in this case, Samarth Singh, and the ex-judge Giribala Singh? And also the bigger question, was this theft another attempt to access or tamper with the evidence linked to the ongoing investigation? Now remember viewers, this is a crime spot, Giribala's residence, and the documents still there are on the record, and there could be an attempt. In fact, we are looking at to tamper with the investigation once again. Viewers, with the CBI already probing the Twisha Sharma death case, demands are now growing for all the recovered documents to be immediately handed over to the central agency as investigators now examine this latest twist. In fact, my colleague Satya Vijay has also got a ground report from outside the residence of the accused ex-judge Giribala Singh. This is where the theft bid was reported at. Let's take a look.
ट्विशा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले में फिलहाल मुख्य आरोपी गिरिबाला सिंह और समर्थ सिंह न्यायिक हिरासत में जेल में हैं, लेकिन गिरिबाला सिंह के इसी मकान में शनिवार रविवार दरमियानी रात को अज्ञात नकाबपोश चोर घुसते हैं। जो जानकारी है उसके मुताबिक पीछे के जो रास्ता है, एक खंडर मकान है, वहां से चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे घुसते हैं और फर्स्ट फ्लोर की अलमारी के ताले तोड़कर सोना चांदी के जेवरात के साथ साथ कुछ दस्तावेज भी ले जाने की सूचना है। रोचक बात यह रही कि जब ये घटना हुई उसके बाद कटारेल थाने की पुलिस यहीं से पेट्रोलिंग करते हुए गुजर रही थी और उन्होंने उन संदिग्ध चोरों को रोका और पूछताछ भी की। और इस दौरान जो चोर हैं, जो नकाबपोश बदमाश थे, वो पुलिस को गुमराह करते रहे। हालांकि वो पुलिस को चकमा देकर वहां से फरार हो गए, लेकिन घटना के बाद कटारल थाना पुलिस इसी घर में पहुंचती है। घर में लगे सीसीटीवी कैमरे खंगाले जाते हैं, जिसमें कुछ नकाबपोश चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे दिखाई देते हैं अलमारी तोड़ते हुए और दस्तावेज के साथ साथ जेवर और कैश को जुटाते हुए। और उन फुटेज के आधार पर पुलिस अब जो बदमाश हैं उनकी पहचान करने में जुटी है। कटारिया पुलिस ने कुछ संदिग्धों को हिरासत में भी लिया है। लेकिन सबसे अहम बात यह है कि यहाँ जो चोरी हुई उसमें एक इनपुट ये आ रहा है कि कुछ घर से जुड़े दस्तावेज जो हैं वो भी चोर लेकर फरार हुए हैं। तो ये ऐसा तथ्य है कि चूंकि त्विषा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले की जांच सीबीआई कर रही है, तो क्या वो दस्तावेज उस केस से जुड़े थे, ये जांच का विषय है। क्या उन दस्तावेजों को गायब करने के पीछे कोई षड्यंत्र था, ये जांच का विषय है और इन सब पहलुओं पर अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन जरूर होगी।
All right, my colleague Satyavijay is now also joining me live on this. Satyavijay, as you now described in your report, the entire theft bid which took place at Giribala's residence. Now, questions are being raised. This is a house which is at the center of a high-profile CBI investigation. So, how did the thieves manage to break in at this house? And also, was it purely a coincidence that these thieves did not want to just take the jewellery, but also the documents which are in fact related to the investigation going in the Twisha Sharma case?
देखिए, त्विषा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले में जो फिलहाल घटनाक्रम हुआ है, चूंकि गिरिबाला सिंह मुख्य आरोपी हैं, एक्यूज हैं, और उनके घर पर जिस तरह से नकाबपोश बदमाश पहुंचते हैं और वहां पर चोरी की वारदात को अंजाम देते हैं, इसमें बड़ी बात यह है कि चोरी की जो वारदात है उसमें कैश और ज्वेलरी के साथ साथ कुछ दस्तावेजों का भी इनपुट आ रहा है कि कुछ दस्तावेज वो लेकर गए हैं। तो इसीलिए संदेह खड़ा होता है, इसीलिए सवाल खड़े होते हैं कि क्या सिर्फ एक मय संयोग है या फिर इसके पीछे कोई षड्यंत्र है। क्योंकि जिस तरह से अगर कोई जो चोर होता है उसका इंटेंशन होता है ज्यादा कैश या जेवर, लेकिन अगर यहाँ पर दस्तावेज ले जाने की बात सामने आती है तो वो दस्तावेज आखिर कौन से दस्तावेज थे, क्या उन दस्तावेजों से त्विषा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले में जो जांच चल रही है, जिसकी जांच अब सीबीआई कर रही है, वो प्रभावित हो सकती है क्या, इस तरह के सवाल खड़े होते हैं। और इसीलिए अब ये देखना होगा कि पुलिस कब इन चोरों तक पहुंचती है, उनसे जो सामान उन्होंने चुराया उसकी जब्ती कैसे होती है, उस जब्ती में क्या मिलता है, उस इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बाद ही कुछ कहा जा सकता है।
All right. In fact, the questions remain, was this another attempt to tamper with the evidence, to tamper with the records which are present at the crime scene, which is the house of Giribala Singh? That remains to be answered on that note. Thank you, Satyavijay, for joining us and getting us all the latest on this. And now here's another big story that we're tracking for you at this hour. Now, Ayodhya Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case continues to witness rapid developments. The Supreme Court has now refused an urgent hearing in this matter, observing that there is no need for an immediate intervention and that the case can be taken up by a regular bench. Meanwhile, the Ram Mandir Trust has also reportedly now initiated a comprehensive review of all the appointments that have been made based on the recommendations. In fact, sources say employees which were recruited on the basis of recommendations or outside the prescribed recruitment process could now face action by the trust. So it looks like a course correction on the part of Ram Mandir Trust, as it will now take a comprehensive review of all the appointments which have been made. right, viewers, we're getting these live and exclusive visuals from Prime Minister Modi's third day and the last day, in fact, of his Seychelles visit. We're looking at Prime Minister visiting Nava Shakti Vinayakar Temple in Victoria, as well as his interaction with Indian diaspora present there. Now, this is in fact a regular part of his abroad visits. It turns into a political rock concert when Prime Minister Modi takes on such visits and interacts with Indian diaspora abroad. And you're also looking at these visuals coming from Nava Shakti Vinayakar Temple in Victoria, where Prime Minister Modi just paid his respects a short while ago. And these are visuals, as you can see, Prime Minister Modi engaging and participating in rituals at the Vinayakar Temple in Victoria on the last day of his Seychelles visit, as well as his interaction with the Indian diaspora there right after the temple visit. Now, in fact, viewers, today marks the third and the last day of this visit of Prime Minister Modi to Seychelles, which remains an important maritime partner for India and is a crucial part of India's Mahasagar vision as well. It has been a successful visit for the Prime Minister. We're marking 50 years of the ties between the two countries, and we also had Prime Minister, in fact, delivering a historic address at the Assembly, and as well as his participation in the National Day celebrations. So, as the visit now concludes, we are looking at Prime Minister Modi visiting a Nava Shakti Vinayakar Temple in Victoria, while he also interacts with the Indian diaspora. And as you can hear also, you can hear Sri Ram chants echoing in Seychelles. In fact, as Prime Minister Modi interacts with the Indian diaspora present there and concludes his successful three-day visit to Seychelles, which is an important maritime partner for New Delhi. Several MOUs have now been signed as part of this deal. All right, viewers, in fact, now shifting focus to another big story that we're tracking for you at the moment. We're getting some live visuals as well from Punjab, where all the action is happening. Now, Akal Takht, in fact, has summoned all the Sikh MLAs and Punjab ministers regarding the anti-sacrilege law, which was passed in the state. The meeting has been called from the Supreme Sikh body to raise their opposition to the bill which was passed regarding the anti-sacrilege law. And these are the live and the exclusive visuals that we're getting you of the big meeting that's underway in Punjab right now, called by the Sikh Supreme Body, Akal Takht. All the Sikh MLAs and ministers are in fact present there. Remember, the timing is key. It comes at a time when the Punjab Chief Minister is embroiled in a sacrilege storm and has been declared as anti-Panth, anti-Guru by the Akal Takht itself. So amidst that storm, we're looking at a meeting right now underway by Akal Takht, as all the Sikh MLAs and the ministers have gathered in at this meeting called in by the Akal Takht, where they are all set to raise their opposition to the anti-sacrilege law passed in the state earlier in February. So you're looking at the participation by all the ministers of Punjab, by the Sikh MLAs, and these are live and exclusive visuals that we're getting you on Republic TV as we continue to bring you all the updates on the Man sacrilege storm that is now coming up. We are looking at all the ministers, Sikh ministers, the MLAs participating in this crucial meet called by the Sikh Supreme Body, Akal Takht, which is all likely to raise its opposition to the anti-sacrilege law, which was passed earlier in the February. Now it brings in very stringent fines on people and imprisonment as well. And the particular concern that Akal Takht is set to raise is regarding them not being consulted on this. So there were no consultations allegedly held with the Sikh leaders regarding the anti-sacrilege law which was passed earlier, and they're all likely to now raise their opposition. My colleague Lalit also joins me as he's been tracking this story very closely on the ground. Lalit, take us through the latest that we're fetching about this crucial meet that's underway, called in by the Akal Takht, as we're looking at all the Sikh ministers, MLAs gathered here for that meet.
Well, from the past 1.5 hour, the meeting is going in the Akal Takht, and if you talk about this whole meeting, the Akal Takht have summoned all the Sikh MLAs of the Punjab government. Their concerns are that when this anti-Sikh bill was being passed in the month of April, that time the supreme Sikh body of the Sikhs, Akal Takht, the SGPC and the Sikh scholars were not consulted and they were not taken into consideration. Now, after summoning the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs and the Sikh MLAs by the Akal Takht, they have been asked by the Jathedar that when this anti-secular bill was being passed, were they aware about the draft and who is the actual custodian of this secular bill. So regarding that, right now the Akal Takht is summoning all the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs and asking, were they known about the fact that when this anti-secular bill was being passed, were they aware about the draft? Other than that, did they know the fact that who is the actual custodian of the sacrilege? So these are the questions, pointed questions which are being asked by the Akal Takht to the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs. Apart from that, if you talk about the opposition parties, whether it's the Congress or the Akali Dal, they have clearly said and opposed this anti-secular bill that time also. And today, when they have witnessed against the witness in front of the Akal Takht, that time also Congress MLAs have said that they were given the draft just before the midnight when this anti-secular bill was being passed. So right now, a religious political debate could be seen in Punjab when the Akal Takht have summoned all the Sikh MLAs all across the Punjab. So all the Aam Aadmi Party MLAs, all the Congress MLAs and all the opposition MLAs are present in front of the Akal Takht. Right now, Akal Takht is questioning all the Sikh MLAs in the hall which is in Golden Temple in Amritsar. Back to the studio.
All right, Lalit, so those are the pointed questions that will be taken up as Akal Takht now raises its own concerns about not being consulted regarding this anti-sacrilege law. But the timing is key here. This also comes at a time when Punjab Chief Minister himself, Bhagwant Mann, is embroiled in a sacrilege storm. You have him declared by Akal Takht itself as anti-Panth and as anti-Guru.
Well, this whole storm, if you talk about alleged video of Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann have gone viral, and regarding that video, a forensic report was being presented by the state government in which they have alleged that the video which has been circulated is fake and AI generated. So regarding that, when the Akal Takht, the supreme body of the Sikhs, did the show the exact report on June 15th of this month, that time the Akal Takht have declared the Chief Minister of Punjab anti-Panth and anti-Sikh. Looking into this now, there has been a political and a religious storm all across Punjab about this alleged video. So, in this whole alleged video now, Aam Aadmi Party and especially the Chief Minister of Punjab, Bhagwant Mann, is on back foot. Back to the studio.
All right, thanks Lalit for joining us, and keep tracking all the updates which are coming to light regarding this big meeting which is underway in Amritsar at the moment. Now we are shifting focus to another story that we're tracking for you at the moment. Now, West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari may give a statement in the Assembly today regarding the UCC bill. Sources indicate that the state government is all likely to now form a committee, in fact, to make a draft bill on a UCC under the leadership of former Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai. The committee is now expected to include eminent personalities as well from different sections of the society, while the opposition representatives may also be inducted at a later stage to ensure wider consultation on this issue. According to our sources, in fact, the government now plans to prepare the draft of the Uniform Civil Code only after taking into account the views and suggestions of all the stakeholders. So the UCC push is now now all set to enter the assembly. Today we are looking at a statement coming in from the Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari himself in a short while from now. In fact, the first step to form a committee to prepare a draft bill is going to be taken today at the Bengal Assembly as the BJP continues its UCC spree across the nation. We have seen that this getting implemented in Gujarat, Assam, Uttarakhand, and now West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh are also in the pipeline. In fact, Bengal today is going to take the first step. We are expecting a big statement from Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari, who had included a UCC as part of his Sankalp Patra for the state. And in fact, the committee to form and prepare the draft bill will also be formed today. So the first big step regarding BJP's UCC push in Bengal is going to take today. And in a short while from now, Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari, who's declared that all the procedure will be followed to implement a UCC in West Bengal, will be making a statement at the Bengal Assembly today. So those are the latest details we're fetching as far as the UCC bill is concerned in West Bengal Assembly. Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari, who had made UCC, Uniform Civil Code, a big part of his political plank in the elections, is all set to deliver a big statement. In fact, my colleague Elena also joins me with more details on this. Elena, take us through the latest. We understand that in a short while from now, Suvendu Adhikari is all set to make a big statement on UCC. All right. In fact, we'll try and connect with my colleague Elena there, who's been very closely tracking all the developments coming to light from Bengal Assembly. But this is what we're fetching at the moment, that Suvendu Adhikari, the Chief Minister of West Bengal, is all set to make a big statement on the UCC in the Bengal Assembly today as he takes the first step to ensure that UCC is implemented in the state, which was a big part of his poll promise. All right, viewers, that's a wrap on Live Reporter with me, Shata Mitra. Thanks so much for watching, and don't go anywhere. News and developments continue on the other side on Republic TV.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ।
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरी डे।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much.
आपने बोला हम्बल हो, मैं हम्बल हो रहा हूँ।
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now?
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then?
Back then, it was just,
What do you mean back then? And if you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean.
What am I then? Back then.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े।
चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast. And the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks.
Very warm welcome, viewers. You're watching Republic TV. This is Shivam Dutt Mehta. Republic School of Journalism, India's most sought-after live learning program, has now opened applications for its 2026 batch. RSJ was launched with a single mission: to train the next generation of journalists, not in classrooms, but on the field, live as news breaks, covering elections, wars, and the biggest stories of our times, under the direct mentorship of India's best journalists at the Republic Media Network. And the results speak for themselves. 100% of students from RSJ's inaugural batch are now placed working with us, working in newsrooms. The new batch begins this August, and aspiring journalists can apply online now at www.republicschoolofjournalism.com or call 836-999-5400 to know more. Now, let's have a look at the top headlines of the hour. BJP's pre-poll promise push. Bengal CM Shubhendu Adhikari likely to give a statement in the assembly today regarding the UCC bill. After Champat Rai, Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao to step down. Gopal Rao likely to resign from his position of temple manager. Police records a statement of Champat Rai, Anil Mishra and other trust office bearers to record their statement next. Mystery theft at Giribala residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing the police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper evidence? That's the question. Now, Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. All right, viewers, we're getting another big breaking news development. Now, in a big development in Pune, Maharashtra's Nasrapur rape case, where a 3-year-old was brutally raped and murdered. The accused, who is a 65-year-old man, Bhima Rao Kamble, has been handed down a death sentence. So he has been handed down a capital punishment. Big development, ladies and gentlemen, in this case where the 65-year-old has been awarded the capital punishment, has been awarded the death sentence. This is the death sentence to the Pune rapist, that is Bhima Rao Kamble. Big development, ladies and gentlemen, in this entire story, where a 3-year-old was brutally raped, and as a result, because he was arrested, 65-year-old person, there was video evidence of him along with that little girl child, and now this is a big development from the court. The death sentence has been awarded to him. He has been awarded the death sentence in the rape case of the 3-year-old child. Now, this is another big development that we are getting. All right, Revati is live with us with all the latest in this news, because Kamble has been handed down a death sentence. Within 55 days, he has been sentenced to death in the case involving the kidnapping, rape, murder, and charges were under the POCSO Act. And now, Revati, this is huge, this is significant. Now he has been awarded the death sentence. What's the latest that you are fetching in the entire story?
Right, as you rightly mentioned, now the justice has prevailed in the Nasrapur case. The 3-year-old girl who was brutally raped, not once, twice, but thrice, and then she was brutally murdered as well by using a stone by the 65-year-old man, Bhima Rao Kamble, and now he's sentenced to death penalty. This is the latest development which is coming up also. During the final hearing and final reading of the verdict, the court mentioned that though his age is a factor, but he is nowhere the right person to give any leniency while giving the punishment or while giving the verdict. Also, it is said by the court that in POCSO Act it is mentioned that the most severe punishment in this matter shall be given, and that is following the same rule or same law, the court has given verdict of Bhima Rao Kamble's death penalty. Today, the justice has prevailed, and this is an iconic judgment by the Pune Sessions Court. And also, the court mentioned that within 16 days, 55 witnesses were presented in this particular matter, and also all the evidences, hard evidences, which were proven later in the court that yes, Bhima Rao Kamble led to the rape and murder of the 3-year-old girl, and now today the judgment is given by the court as death penalty. He shall be hanged until death is what the verdict given by the court. Over to you.
All right, but Revati, if you can narrate the entire incident and the proceedings also, because this is one of the biggest stories of today. Getting a death sentence awarded for a rape case, it's rare. You don't hear this always, but because this involves the murder and brutal rape of merely a 3-year-old child. If you can narrate the entire sequence of events that happened and the demand by the public also, because everybody was demanding a death sentence in this case.
Right, as you rightly mentioned, everybody was demanding a death penalty in this matter because the rape was so brutal that no one could ever imagine that a person could do this to a 3-year-old. The incident happened in the month of May, wherein this 3-year-old girl was visiting her maternal grandparents' home for holidays, and that's when she was playing outside the house, and when the 65-year-old Bhima Rao Kamble, he lured her by saying that I'll show you a newborn calf, and took her to cow shed. Not only this, but also he offered a snack, a namkeen snack, to her and lured her to taking to the cow shed. He then, we can see in the CCTV footage right now, he then took her to that cow shed. He not brutally raped once, but twice and thrice he raped. Not only this, but the most brutal part, which court also mentioned that this has crossed all the boundaries of cruelty, and this is the rarest of a rare case. This is said by the court because he also brutally raped the dead body of that 3-year-old girl. He also stuffed her mouth with socks and also some mud around there, and then he brutally raped her. That was the brutality and cruelty of this case. And then later he fled the scene. The witnesses which were scanned in this particular matter, or they were scrutinized, or the statements were recorded, those were crucial. Within 16 days, 55 witnesses gave their statements, which also included the neighbors where she was playing, and also the most important thing, the pinpoint of investigation was that the snack which was purchased by the accused, that was also scrutinized from where it was brought. Also, the owner of that snack, the shave, he was presented before the court. He said that yes, the accused bought this snack from my shop, and to prove that same, the utensils used for making those snacks were also presented before the court. That is how it was proven that the namkeen snack was brought by the accused from Nasrapur itself, and also the packet was found in the cowshed at the crime scene. So that is how the investigation went on, and that was the brutality and cruelty of this case. And considering all these facts, the court has given the verdict. On 25th of June, the accused was found guilty, and the decision was reserved for 29th of June. And during today's final reading, the court said this is the rarest of the rare case, and this case has crossed all boundaries of cruelty. So hence, the decision is given that the death penalty is given to the 65-year-old Bhimrao Kamil. Over to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for all the developments in this story. Big development coming in. And this is the death sentence that has been awarded in this entire case. In this entire case. All right, viewers, now let's move on to another big breaking news development that we are getting, and this is about a petition seeking a CBI inquiry may be filed in the Supreme Court by the Faizabad Bar Association. A committee comprising certain lawyers may be formed to assist the prosecution, and a demand may be raised to register a case under Section 173 against Champat Rai, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao. Measures may be taken to prevent these individuals from leaving Ayodhya. No lawyer shall represent these individuals. Anyone who does so will face a fine of 5 lakh and the termination of their membership. This is the latest that we are getting in this entire case, because there was a meeting, and these are the inside visuals of the Bar Association meeting that happened. And there was a decision that was made by the Bar Association in this case, and they said that nobody will be fighting for the case, nobody will be taking the case of the accused. In this case, lawyers have asked Champat Rai and others to leave the city, that is Ayodhya in this case. Big development in this entire matter. So they have decided a petition. So also a petition seeking a CBI inquiry may be filed in Supreme Court by the Faizabad Bar Association. So that was also decided in the meeting. A committee comprising certain lawyers may be formed to assist the prosecution. A demand may be raised to register a case under Section 173 against Champat Rai, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao. Measures may be taken to prevent these individuals from leaving Ayodhya. All right. Adarsh is live with us for all the latest details. Coming to you, Adarsh, जरा आप ये बताइए, पहले जो बार एसोसिएशन मेंबर्स थे उनकी तरफ से एक साफ तौर पर एक धमकी के तौर पर दिया गया था कि अयोध्या छोड़ो, ये उन्होंने चंपत राय को कहा, अनिल मिश्रा को कहा, किस किस को कहा है ये आप मुझे करेक्ट करके बताइएगा। और दूसरा कहा था कि अगर नहीं किया गया तो सिटी को जाम कर दिया जाएगा। तो ये दूसरी धमकी थी उनकी तरफ से, वार्निंग थी यहाँ पर, चेतावनी। और अब इसमें क्या अपडेट निकलकर सामने आ रहा है और सीबीआई मैटर को लेकर ये तमाम चीजें जरा विस्तार से बताइए।
बैठक शुरू हुई थी तो उस दौरान कई सारे ऐसे वकील थे जो बहुत ज़्यादा उग्र थे और साथ ही साथ इस बात की भी मांग कर रहे थे कि जो भी इसमें दोषी हैं या फिर आरोपी हैं उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई हो। इतना ही नहीं, गोपाल राव, अनिल मिश्रा और चंपत राय के खिलाफ ये लोग मांग कर रहे थे कि अगर ये अयोध्या से बाहर नहीं जाते हैं तो हम बहुत सारे एक्शन लेने को तैयार हैं और इसमें ना सिर्फ अयोध्या जाम करेंगे बल्कि तमाम दूसरी चीज़ें भी करेंगे। इसके साथ साथ ये भी मांग की गई, उसके बाद जब बैठक में अंतिम फैसला हुआ तो उसमें ये मांग की गई कि इन लोगों के खिलाफ सीबीआई की जांच होनी चाहिए और उसको लेकर सुप्रीम कोर्ट की एक पिटीशन जो है ये लोग मूव करेंगे यहाँ से। इतना ही नहीं, ये भी कहा गया कि जो कमेटी इनके वकीलों की तरफ से बनाई जाएगी, जिसमें 5 से 6 मेंबर शामिल होंगे, उसमें वकील जो है वो प्रोसिक्यूशन की मदद करेंगे, यानी 5-6 वकील जो होंगे बार एसोसिएशन की तरफ से वो सरकार की मदद करेंगे ताकि इन आरोपियों पर और ज्यादा कड़ी कार्रवाई हो सके। इतना ही नहीं, चंपत राव, अनिल मिश्रा और गोपाल राव के लिए कहा गया है कि 173 सेक्शन के तहत इनके खिलाफ मुकदमा दर्ज हो। ऐसी एप्लीकेशन पिटीशन भी ये लोग कोर्ट में देंगे और साथ ही साथ ये लोग अयोध्या से बाहर न जाने पाए जब तक कि पूरी जांच कंप्लीट ना हो जाए। इस बात को लेकर भी एक वाद ये दाखिल कर सकते हैं और ये भी कहा गया है कि अगर ये जो 8 आरोपी हैं इनके साथ में यानी इनके पक्ष में कोई भी वकील पैरवी करता है, उनकी वकालत करता है, तो ऐसी स्थिति में इनके ऊपर 5 लाख रुपए का जुर्माना होगा। इतना ही नहीं, इसके साथ भी अगर कोई नहीं मानता है तो उसके बाद फिर उसकी जो वकालतनामा है उसको निरस्त कर दिया जाएगा। तो ये तमाम चीजें इस बैठक में फैसला लिया गया है और इसी के साथ साथ जो बार एसोसिएशन के अध्यक्ष हैं उन्होंने कहा है कि आने वाले दिनों में ये जो वकील हैं ये बहुत मुमकिन है कि उस कमेटी का भी हिस्सा बने जो जांच कर रही है। इसकी भी मांग इन लोगों ने की है।
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया जानकारी हमारे साथ साझा करने के लिए। नजर बनाए रखिए as you get more developments, please help us with those developments. Now let's move on to another big breaking news development that we are getting, and this is about Pakistani strikes against Afghanistan. Now Pakistani security forces on Sunday carried out strikes along the Pakistan-Afghanistan border, and Pakistan carried out these late-night airstrikes on Sunday in Jian district, Paktika province and Samkani district. And there's a big development that we are getting here because Pakistani Air Force, the strikes that were conducted by them, it killed many, including women and children in Paktika, and because civilian homes were attacked by the Pakistani Air Force. It was no military installation that was targeted by the Pakistani Air Force, by the Pakistani Defense Forces, and the attack was even carried out late night. A late night attack was carried out in Samkani district, in Paktika also in Afghanistan, targeting civilian areas. Now, according to the sources, all the victims were civilians. More than 30 people were killed, 100 others were injured in the airstrikes. Afghanistan claims that Pakistan forces also targeted several areas in Kunar province, targeting civilians, including women and children. So this is Pakistan once again killing children, attacking women, and on the name of defense, they have been doing so since a very long time. All right, viewers, now let's move on to another big breaking development that we're getting. This is about all Sikh MLAs and ministers appearing before the Akal Takht as they have been asked by the Akal Takht, Shri Akal Takht, over the anti-sacrilege law. Now, Akal Takht Jathedar had summoned all the Sikh MLAs and ministers regardless of the party affiliation. And these are the visuals of the MLAs also attending and because they have been called, all Sikh MLAs and ministers appear before the Akal Takht because this was a summon, this was an order by Shri Akal Takht, the supreme holy body for the Sikh community, and Akal Takht Jathedar had summoned all Sikh MLAs and ministers regardless of the party affiliations. This was primarily for the anti-sacrilege law, and all of the MLAs, all the Sikh MLAs, regardless of their party affiliation, had been called by the Shri Akal Takht, and we got to know that all AAP MLAs also attended, and this is in sequence with the video of Bhagwant Mann, the sacrilege video of Bhagwant Mann, which Bhagwant Mann is denying. However, he was ordered because there was a forensic test done by Shri Akal Takht from a laboratory as per the demand of Shri Akal Takht, and they said that it is clear that the video was not AI generated, and this is a continuation of the Mann sacrilege storm where Bhagwant Mann was alleging that it was not him, it was somebody else who was wearing a mask in this case, and that's he was being framed into this entire matter. But Akal Takht, Shri Akal Takht had summoned all Sikh MLAs from Punjab. All right, let's listen into a reaction that we have found of an AAP MLA in this entire matter. Let's listen in.
आज जो हमें जत्थेदार साहब ने बुलाया, जो हमने कानून बनाया, हमारी कोशिश थी कि सख्त से सख्त सजा मिले उन लोगों को जो हम आपस में लड़ते हैं तो कोई बात नहीं, उसके धारा लगती है, पर गुरु साहब ने किसी का कुछ नहीं बिगाड़ा। वो तो एकमकार से शुरू हुआ, वो सभी मानस की जात सब एक को पहचान वो की बात करता है, तो उसके लिए उसकी बेअदबी कौन कर रहा है, कौन करवा रहा है, तो उनको सख्त सजा मिलनी चाहिए। तो इसके लिए हम आज जत्थेदार साहब से मिल रहे हैं, उनको लगता है कि उनमें कोई और सज़ा बढ़ाने की ज़रूरत है, तो उसके लिए बाद में, क्योंकि ये काम जो है ये 2008 में श्रोमणी अकाली दल ने कानून बनाया था, जिसके पास अब वो बोल रहे हैं कि ऐसे नहीं लिखा, वैसे नहीं लिखा, वो सब जो लैंग्वेज है उसकी वो श्रोमणी अकाली दल की है।
All right, so all Sikh MLAs who were summoned by Shri Akal Takht, the holy body for the supreme holy body for the Sikhs. And this is the visual. These are the visuals of the Sikh MLAs, regardless of the party affiliation. They were summoned for a discussion on what happened for about the sacrilege law, anti-sacrilege law. Now, all eyes were today on Akal Takht in Amritsar today, as Punjab Sikh MLAs, even cabinet ministers, Vidhan Sabha Speaker had to appear to explain their position on the disputed anti-sacrilege law, and this concerns the sanctity of Shri Guru Granth Sahib. Now, these are the visuals as per from the proceedings, because they were summoned at Shri Akal Takht, and all the Sikh MLAs were called, and this they did not just summon the AAP MLAs in this matter, but all the Sikh MLAs had been summoned by the holy supreme body, that is the Shri Akal Takht, for this. Now, all eyes were on the Akal Takht today, and these were the visuals that we got. Now, because this is happening after there is an anti-sacrilege law that has been passed in Punjab Assembly. And all right, now let's go to Shuvendu Adhikari in West Bengal Assembly. Let's listen.
আপনাদের পতাকা বহন করার লোক থাকবে না। কেস এরকম কেস আমাদের বহরমপুরে জেল খাটা আছে। 5000 লোককে আপনি বহরমপুর সেন্ট্রাল জেলের যা আয়তন, তাতে 4700 বা 4800 বেশি লোক ধরে না। লাখে লাখে লোককে রাস্তায় নিয়ে নামাবো আর সাটা ভাঙা মার দেবো আর জেলে যাব। কদিন জেলে আটকে রাখতে পারবেন, কত খাওয়াতে পারবেন দেখব। লিমিট যেদিন ক্রস হয়ে যায় না, মাথাটা যেদিন গরম হয়ে যায়, সেদিন আমি এসপি বুঝবো না, চিফ মিনিস্টারেও বুঝবো না। আর কে কোথায় থাকলো আর কে কোথায় থাকলো না ওসব বুঝবো না। আমি নিজেই নেতৃত্ব দিয়ে দাঁড়াবো। এটা একটা ইনসিডেন্ট 1। ইনসিডেন্ট 2, শক্তিপুরে দুয়ারা ঘাটে 8 তারিখে, সেখানে উনি বলছেন ভোটের আগের দিন আমার নিজের ভাইপোকে অ্যারেস্ট করেছে এই ওসি। এই আমি তো ভাষা বলতে পারবো না। এই বাচ্চাকে আগে
All right, so this is CM Shuvendu Adhikari speaking in West Bengal Assembly, because today was the day when the UCC bill had to be tabled, but we got to know there's an update in this matter, because there will be a committee that will be formed. After forming the committee, then only the bill will be tabled, and probably it will not be tabled today. Now, this is the proceedings from the West Bengal Assembly. The visuals are coming in from the West Bengal Assembly where CM Shuvendu Adhikari is speaking. Live visuals coming in from the Assembly. Shri Shuvendu Adhikari, Honorable Chief Minister of West Bengal, speaking on various issues, because various issues are being discussed in the West Bengal Assembly. And right now, these are the live visuals from the proceedings coming in from where CM Shuvendu Adhikari is speaking. The very important UCC bill was to be tabled today. All right, viewers, now let's move on to another top story. The Amarnath Yatra is set to begin, and pilgrims have started arriving from across the country for the holy pilgrimage to the cave shrine. The chants of Baba Barfani filled the air as devotees gathered at the base camp. A group from Rajasthan prepared special songs for Baba Barfani and sang them at the camp. Many pilgrims said they are happy and proud to be among the first who will pay obeisance at the holy cave this year. The 57-day Yatra begins on July 3rd, with the first batch being flagged off from Jammu on July 2nd.
Pilgrims have started arriving for the Amarnath Yatra that is set to start from the 3rd of July, and right now we are reporting from the Bhagwati Nagar base camp where hundreds of pilgrims have started arriving here in the large numbers amid heavy security deployment that has been done here. I'll request Ashu to show you the massive security deployment of the CRPF as well as the security wing of the Jammu and Kashmir Police that has been deployed here, and a multi-layer security is here. But here the chants of Baba Barfani are something that is electrifying this entire atmosphere. We'll try to speak to some people. Sir, मुझे बताइए कितनी ज़्यादा खुशी है दर्शनों के लिए?
बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा खुशी है, और ये देख ले हर सब उम्मत कहीं से आ रहे हैं, हर एक स्टेट से आ रहे हैं आदमी, उमड़ पड़ रहे हैं जोश के साथ, जुनून के साथ पूरा बाबा का दर्शन करने के लिए।
दर्शन करें। माता जी, आपसे कहूँगा पूरा तो नहीं लेकिन कुछ चंद पंक्तियाँ वो सुना दें।
क्या सुनाए?
जो बाबा के भजन आपने गाया था।
अच्छा, बोलो भोले बाबा की जय, बोलो पार्वती मैया की जय, ओहो भोले बाबा बारात लेके आना, भूले मत जाना, हिमाचल वाले रोड पे तो है गौरा मिलेगी यार मोड़ पे।
All right, it was time to slip into a short commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Coming up next, mystery theft at ex-judge Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper evidence? Coming up next.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा,
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks, let me tell you this, viewers. Now the police arrested the accused, and there was a procession of the accused also taken out. The accused identified as one Shoaib, Zahid Khan and Taslim. Shoaib organized the event, and Zahid and Taslim were the ones waving the flag while standing on the vehicle before the vehicle was blown up. This is what has happened. And this is the strangest and most dangerous incident that has happened, because we don't.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ।
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार।
विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, delicious, healthy every day.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time, and now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Mann at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Mann on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way, but there's a distinct physical difference. A, he's put on a lot of weight. His face is much more puffy. He's older. He's wearing a turban. He was not wearing a turban at that time. Not always, at least. Not always photographed with a turban. And so there's a distinct difference. So if you see the picture of the younger Bhagwant Mann, you'd actually have a blink and miss moment. Is this the same guy, you'd say? We all age, but some people, their appearance changes distinctly between 12 to 13 years. They're almost unrecognizable. And Bhagwant Mann is fortunately on.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello, welcome viewers. You're watching live and breaking on Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra. Our top focus as BJP continues its UCC spree across the nation. Bengal BJP now makes the first step by introducing the bill and also delivering a big statement on what is the committee to be formed for the implementation of UCC in the state. Getting you all the details on that, but first up a quick check at the top headlines. BJP's pre-poll promise push gathers pace. Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari likely to make a big statement on UCC in the Assembly. After Tamper trial, Anil Mishra, Gopal Rao to step down. Gopal Rao likely to resign from his position of temple manager. Police record a statement of Tamper trial. The General Secretary of Ram Mandir Trust, Anil Mishra, and other trust office bearers to record their statement next. Mystery theft at accused ex-judge Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. The big question, was it an attempt to tamper with evidence? Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs and Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. The big meeting underway at the Golden Temple in Amritsar. Welcome viewers, our top focus at the sun. Now, West Bengal Chief Minister Suvendu Adhikari is all set to deliver a big statement in the Assembly today regarding the UCC bill. Sources indicate that the state government is all likely to now announce the formation of a committee to examine the UCC bill under the leadership of former Supreme Court Judge Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai. The committee, in fact, is expected to include eminent personalities from different sections of society, while opposition representatives may also be inducted at a later stage to ensure that there is wider consultation on this issue. Now, in fact, viewers, sources are telling Republic TV that the government plans to now prepare the draft of the Uniform Civil Code only after taking into account the views and suggestions of all the stakeholders. So the first big step already underway, as the committee is now to be formed to prepare a draft UCC bill, and the Bengal government, which made UCC as part of its Sankalpa Patra, is all set to now deliver on its poll promise. In fact, if you look at the UCC map, we are looking at Bharatiya Janata Party being on a UCC spree. There are several states like Goa, Uttarakhand, Gujarat, where UCC is already in place, and the other state where it is still in the pipeline. You have Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, and also Bengal now joining in the wagon, where the UCC is all in the pipeline. All right, my colleague Elena also joins me with more details on this. Elena, you've been tracking this story since morning. Do take us through the latest updates. We understand that the committee is now set to be formed to take the first step and prepare a draft UCC bill.
Yes, definitely. So the UCC bill will not be tabled today. CM Shubhendu Adhikari may give a statement on UCC today, but the bill will be not on the tables after forming the committee. The West Bengal Maintenance of Public Order Amendment Bill and the West Bengal Commission for Backward Class Amendment Bill and the West Bengal Backward Classes Amendment Bill are being tabled today, but UCC bill, Uniform Civil Code Bill, will not be tabled today. West Bengal Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari may give a statement for the UCC bill today, but the bill will be not tabled assembly for the after forming the committee. The West Bengal Maintenance of Public Order Amendment Bill and the West Bengal Commission for Backward Class Amendment Bill, the West Bengal Backward Class Amendment Bill are being tabled today, but UCC Uniform Civil Code Bill will not table today in the assembly. Back to the studio.
All right. Thanks, Elena, for joining us and giving us the latest on this. In fact, my colleague Elena herself has spoken to BJP MLA Dr. Rajesh Kumar on the implementation of UCC in West Bengal. Let's take a listen to that exclusive conversation.
बिल सर आएगा असेंबली में क्या बोलना सर आ रहा है सर उसको क्या
जो दोनों बिल जो आ रहे हैं बहुत ही प्रोग्रेसिव बिल है दोनों, क्योंकि गुंडों का दमन और जो पब्लिक ऑर्डर कैसे बना के रखा जाए, इसके लिए एक बहुत ही सुदृढ़ व्यवस्था की जरूरत थी। हमारे माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शुभेंदु अधिकारी जी बहुत ही विजनरी और प्रोग्रेसिव दोनों बिल लेके आए हैं और बहुत ही अच्छे तरीके से इनको ड्राफ्ट किया गया है। इसमें आप देखिए कि जो गुंडे जो थे, वो जो कहा जाता है ना कि दे वर नॉट द एनिमी ऑफ पावर, दे वर द इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ पावर। इन लोगों के माध्यम से पिछले 15 सालों में हमने सरकार को चलते हुए देखा है। जो भी पुलिस अधिकारी जरा सा भी किसी गुंडा और ऐसे अपराधी लोगों के खिलाफ कार्रवाई करता था, शाम होने से पहले उसका बदली का आदेश उसके हाथों में होता था, और जो लोग उसको दूसरी तरफ देख लेते थे, उनकी तरफ कोई कार्रवाई नहीं करते थे, उनको पूरा रिवॉर्ड किया जाता था। जो कहते हैं ना कि आप पुलिस का मनोबल तोड़ने के लिए आपको उससे हथियार नहीं लेने पड़ेंगे, आपको पुलिस को कमजोर बनाने के लिए उसके हथियार नहीं तोड़ लेने होंगे। आप पुलिस को अगर कमजोर करना चाहते हैं तो उसके मनोबल को तोड़ दीजिए, और उन्होंने यही गत 15 सालों में किया। आज फिर से पुलिस के हाथ में कानून है और कानून रहेगा, और साथ में एक ऐसी सक्षम, योग्य और निरपेक्ष सरकार की बैकिंग रहेगी, जिसके कारण वो जो करना चाहते हैं इन गुंडों के दमन के लिए वो काम कर सकेंगे। मेंटेनेंस ऑफ पब्लिक ऑर्डर में इस चीज को बहुत अच्छे से डिफाइन किया है कि ये जो लोग जला देते हैं, दंगा फसाद करते हैं, लोगों की प्रॉपर्टीज को नष्ट करते हैं, उसका मतलब क्या है, कैसे 15B में कि कैसे वो पनिशेबल है, 15C में कैसे हम इसको कलेक्टिवली सब लोगों से रिकवरी कर सकते हैं। इन सारी चीजों की व्यवस्था इसमें की गई है, जिससे और क्लेम कमीशन बनाया गया। एक साधारण आदमी भी जिसकी दुकान या कोई सब्जी की दुकान या और कोई दुकान में भी तोड़फोड़ अगर हो गई है, इससे पहले वो अपने आप उसको सब कुछ करना पड़ता था, या इंश्योरेंस से कुछ मिल जाए तो मिल जाता था। लेकिन आज सरकार ने इस चीज की व्यवस्था की है कि वो भी क्लेम कमीशन के सामने जाकर के इसके बारे में रिकवरी मांग सकते हैं, हर्जाना मांग सकते हैं उन लोगों से जिन्होंने काम किया है। साथ ही साथ गुंडों का दमन, जो दूसरा वेस्ट बंगाल पब्लिक सेफ्टी एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ एंटी सोशल एक्टिविटीज एक्ट बिल जो लाया गया है, इस बिल में भी जिस तरह की व्यवस्था की गई है, गुंडों को डिफाइन किया गया है, जिनके विरुद्ध में आर्म्स एक्ट, एनडीपीएस एक्ट, एक्सप्लोसिव सब्सटेंस एक्ट या भारतीय न्याय संहिता के किसी भी प्रावधान में उनको कन्विक्शन हुआ हो या रिपीटेड चार्जशीट हुई हो, उन व्यक्तियों को इसमें इस अधिनियम, इस एक्ट के तहत जब पास हो जाएगा तब इसके तहत उसके विरुद्ध में कार्रवाई की जा सकेगी। तो इसके लिए बहुत ही सेफगार्ड के साथ इसमें एक हाईकोर्ट के जज के नेतृत्व में एक एडवाइजरी बोर्ड का भी गठन है, जिससे अगर किसी भी व्यक्ति को लगे कि उसमें गलत कार्रवाई हुई है तो वो कोर्ट में जा सकता है, ट्राइब्यूनल के पास जा सकता है, बोर्ड के पास जा सकता है और बोर्ड के पास जाकर के ये चीज बोल सकता है कि आप हमें हमको इससे रक्षा प्रदान कीजिए, तो वो जैसा निर्णय करेंगे वो होगा। तो इसलिए आज मैं कह सकता हूं कि पुलिस के हाथ में सक्षम कानून है और पीछे एक बहुत ही सशक्त और निरपेक्ष सरकार की बैकिंग है, जिससे हम गुंडों का दमन कर सकेंगे और जो बदमाशी करेंगे उनसे हर्जाना वसूल कर सकेंगे।
इसका कुछ है अगर कोई
देखिए, कोई भी नेता पिछली सरकार में, मैं आपको जगद्दल की बात बता रहा हूं, भाटपाड़ा म्यूनिसिपैलिटी में जो नॉन क्रिमिनल्स हैं, जिन्होंने लोगों को जान से मारने में भूमिका निभाई है, लोगों के घर बार तोड़े हैं, लोगों को पिटाई किया है, सब तरीके से लोगों को परेशान किया है, वो लोग काउंसलर बने बैठे हैं, वो लोग जिला परिषद में बैठे हैं, वो लोग पंचायतों में बैठे हैं। तो ऐसे लोगों को अगर आप नेता बना के बिठा देंगे तो इससे किसी तरह की कोई इम्यूनिटी नहीं होनी चाहिए। उनके विरुद्ध में तो और ज्यादा कठोरतम कार्रवाई होने की जरूरत है। और टीएमसी के जो नेता जो आज तक बचे हुए बैठे थे, इन कानूनों के बाद में पुलिस के हाथ और ज्यादा खुलेंगे और बहुत तगड़ी कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
All right, here's now shifting focus. The Delhi High Court has now granted interim relief to a group of women officers of the Indian Air Force by temporarily staying their discharge from their service until it hears their petitions in detail. Now, this means that the officers will continue in service for now and cannot be relieved by the Air Force while the case is pending. Now, these women officers are in fact short service commission officers. They were denied permanent commission by the selection process and were due to be released from their service after completing their SSC tenure. They challenged the decision, arguing that the evaluation process was unfair and discriminatory. Delhi High Court noted that the issue is closely linked to the landmark judgment delivered by the Supreme Court of India in March 2026 on women SSC officers, and if the officers were in fact discharged immediately and later succeeded in court, it could cause irreparable prejudice. Therefore, the court has now ordered that their discharge be kept in abeyance until further hearings. So, in a temporary relief for these officers, their release from the Indian Air Force as they complete their short service commission tenure has now been stayed by the top court. So it is in fact good news for them, but they are saying that the evaluation process for them to turn their tenure at short service commission into permanent commission was unfair and discriminatory. This is what they have alleged in their plea, and now we understand that the top court will be hearing their petition in detail before it gives out the final order on this. All right, my colleague Ishan also, Sarthak in fact joins with more details on this. Sarthak, now we understand that it's a temporary relief for these women Indian Air Force officers as their tenure and their release from the Indian Air Force has now been stayed by the top court, saying that they will be looking at their petitions in a detailed manner, as these women officers are now alleging that the process for converting their short service commission into permanent commission was in fact unfair and discriminatory.
Well, absolutely, Ishita. This particular case is linked to a landmark judgment that was passed by Supreme Court on March 24, 2026, where the Supreme Court observed that the women SSC officers in the Army, in the Navy, in the Air Force have suffered systematic discrimination by the system. This was very explicitly mentioned by Supreme Court in the order, and they said that the officers who were wrongly denied permanent commission, because the entire argument was that the short service commission who actually deserve to be on a permanent payroll, they should be given that opportunity. They were being denied that, and Supreme Court observed that the court found that there were flaws in the evaluation process and had adversely affected their career progression. So after this this landmark judgment by the Supreme Court, a petition and some women officers recently were denied a permanent commission after they were part of the SSC. They were short service commission officers, and they were denied that permanent commission, against which they reached out to Delhi High Court. And the Delhi High Court has also observed that this case is closely linked to the landmark judgment by the Supreme Court, and therefore the Delhi High Court has issued that the officers that were discharged immediately after the short service commission got over, that could make irreplaceable prejudice against them, that if they reach out to they reach out to courts later. So at this point they have ordered that the discharge will be put on abeyance till the case is still pending in the court. The arguments will take place. This was the first hearing in the court, and now eventually what court will observe, it's highly likely that court will abide by the Supreme Court judgment that was passed recently on March 24, 2026. And more details on this is something that we are constantly tracking, Ishita.
All right, so for now, an interim relief for these women officers of Indian Air Force. So thanks, Sadak, for joining us and giving us all these details. And now we are shifting focus to what is happening in Tamil Nadu. Now, DMK Chennai students wings, in fact, is holding a protest against TVK Human Resource Minister Samarth Kumar for allegedly using drugs in a cricket stadium during an IPL match. In fact, in a viral video that was circulating on social media, and now we're getting these updates regarding the protest that the MK is currently holding regarding the law and order situation, and why there has been a silence from the Vijay government on this widely circulated video, which in fact has the TVK Human Resources Minister Samarth Kumar, who is seen allegedly using drugs in the video. Now, in fact, we had a statement coming in from Samarth Kumar himself, who said, refuting all the allegations, he said it was not drugs. In fact, it was a medicine for his child that he was dicing. This, in fact, on your screen is the viral video. But right now, the protest over the videos, in fact, escalating in Tamil Nadu. You are looking at DMK demanding a resignation of the TVK minister. All right, here's now moving on. A petition seeking a CBI inquiry may now be filed in the Supreme Court by the Faizabad Bar Association. A committee, in fact, comprising certain lawyers may be formed to assist the prosecution, and a demand may be raised to register a case under Section 173 against the accused Champat Rai, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao. In fact, measures may also be taken to prevent these individuals from leaving Ayodhya itself. No lawyer shall represent these individuals, and anyone who does so will face a fine rupees of 5 lakh and the termination of their membership. That's the decision that's been taken by Faizabad Bar Association. Now, remember, this is where all the 8 accused will be produced today as their judicial custody ends today. So we are looking at anger now growing within lawyer community as well over the breach of trust that's taken place in the Ram Mandir donation theft. And now the Bar Association, in fact, has come out with a very strong decision that no lawyer will represent any accused in the Ram Mandir case. And not just that, they're also asking for the accused involving Champat Rai, who's now stepped down from his position as a General Secretary, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao, the top members of the Ram Mandir Trust. They're asking them to leave Ayodhya itself. And now here's more developments coming to light in this case. The Ayodhya Ram Mandir donation embezzlement case now continues to witness rapid developments. The Supreme Court, in fact, has now refused an urgent hearing in this matter, observing that there is no need for an immediate intervention and that the case can be taken up by a regular bench. Meanwhile, the Ram Mandir Trust has also reportedly initiated a comprehensive review of all the appointments that have been made so far within the temple administration. Sources, in fact, have informed the Republic that employees recruited through recommendation process or outside the prescribed recruitment process could now face action as a part of an effort to bring greater transparency in the system. So with the judicial custody of all the 8 accused now ending today, the police are expected to seek their custodial remand, even as simultaneous raids continue at the residences of all the 8 accused. Now, we are understanding that Gopal Rao may also step down from his position of a temple manager. He's been linked to temple operations, and this comes after his other members of the trust, Anil Mishra and Tamper, have already stepped down from their respective positions. So, rapid developments, in fact, coming to light in Ram Mandir case. We are looking at the Supreme Court refusing to hear the matter urgently, while you have all the 8 accused, which are now set to be produced in the Faizabad District Court in Ayodhya today as their judicial custody ends. And on the other hand, you also have the Ram Mandir Trust now going on the path of course correction, saying that a comprehensive review will be taken of all the appointments that have been made so far based on recommendations. All right, in fact, viewers, as investigation picks up pace in this case, political heat is also rising. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav took a swipe at Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath over Ayodhya, saying that despite visiting the city several times, the CM remained unaware of key issues. Yadav also emphasized that he would visit the Ram temple only after the completion of Shiv temple at Kedar Sayer Dham in Etawah, and accused those who put donation before the nation of ignoring important concerns. Take a listen.
आपने ट्वीट करके कहा है कि अगर सपा सरकार बनेगी तो एक आदर्श धार्मिक स्थल जो है अयोध्या बनाएंगे।
इस बात को हम लोग इसलिए कह रहे हैं कि जिस तरह का विकास या जिस तरह का अयोध्या का काम होना चाहिए था, दुनिया के लोग जहां आते हैं तो कम से कम दुनिया के वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो हो, और जो श्रद्धालु आते हैं, जिन्हें आस्था के साथ आते हैं, उन्हें सुविधाएं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की मिले।
कहा है कि अगर सपा सरकार बनेगी तो एक आदर्श धार्मिक स्थल जो है अयोध्या बनाएंगे।
इस बात को हम लोग इसलिए कह रहे हैं कि जिस तरह का विकास या जिस तरह का अयोध्या का काम होना चाहिए था, दुनिया के लोग जहां आते हैं तो कम से कम दुनिया के वर्ल्ड क्लास इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर तो हो, और जो श्रद्धालु आते हैं, जिन्हें आस्था के साथ आते हैं, उन्हें सुविधाएं अंतर्राष्ट्रीय स्तर की मिले।
All right, my colleague also joins me live from Ayodhya on this. Now, Shubham, we were discussing this earlier, but the Bar Association has come out with a final decision. They will not be representing any accused in this case. In fact, not just that, they're going a step ahead, asking all the accused to leave Ayodhya itself.
बिल्कुल, जिस तरह से राम मंदिर के चढ़ावा चोरी मामले को लेकर पूरे देश में नाराजगी देखने को मिल रही है, उत्तर प्रदेश में नाराजगी देखने को मिल रही है, संत समाज नाराज है, तो वहीं दूसरी ओर वकीलों ने भी इस बात से अपने आप को दूर कर लिया है कि कोई भी वकील इन 8 आरोपियों की तरफ से कोर्ट में पेश नहीं होगा, उनकी पैरवी नहीं करेगा। इस बात पर सहमति लगभग बनती हुई नजर आ रही है। फिलहाल उनमें नाराजगी है, उनकी बैठक लगातार जारी है। अभी बार एसोसिएशन फैजाबाद के जो रूम है, जो कक्ष है, उसमें उनकी बैठक लगातार जारी है। तमाम बड़े पदाधिकारी एसोसिएशन के वो वहां पर मौजूद हैं और लगातार ये चर्चा कर रहे हैं कि ऐसे आरोपियों के साथ में क्या किया जाना चाहिए। हालांकि फिलहाल आज इन 8 आरोपियों को कोर्ट में पेश किया जाना है और अब से कुछ देर बाद उन्हें कोर्ट में पेशी उनकी होगी और पुलिस उनसे रिमांड पर लेने के बाद ये पूछताछ करेगी कि आखिर इसमें कौन कौन जुड़ा हुआ है। लेकिन उस बीच पुलिस की 3 टीमें 3 अलग अलग बैंकों में पहुंची है। कैनरा बैंक, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा और स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया अयोध्या धाम में। इस वक्त स्टेट बैंक ऑफ अयोध्या धाम के बिल्कुल बाहर मौजूद हूं और यहाँ पुलिस की टीम अंदर दाखिल हो चुकी है, प्रवेश कर चुकी है और उसके बाद पूछताछ कर रही है। ये जानने की कोशिश कर रही है कि आखिर इन 8 आरोपियों के खातों से लेन देन कहां कहां हुआ है, क्या क्या वित्तीय जानकारी सामने आ रही है। ये एक बड़ा प्रश्न है। क्या इन आरोपियों ने इन्हीं बैंकों के ब्रांच से जो उनके खाते संचालित हो रहे हैं, क्या उन्होंने कहां कहां पैसा ट्रांसफर किया है, क्या किसी को पैसे भेजे हैं या किसी को मनी ट्रेल के जरिए ये जानकारी सामने आ सकती है कि आखिर ये पैसा आखिर गया कहां है। क्या और भी कैश या पैसों की जानकारी हाथ में लग सकती है। ये एक बड़ा प्रश्न है। लेकिन फिलहाल पुलिस की टीमें लगातार बैंकों में दबिश दे रही है, उनसे पूछताछ कर रही है बैंक के प्रबंधकों से और ये बड़ी जानकारी सामने आ रही है कि आज की जो पेशी है उसमें स्पष्ट हो जाएगा कि पुलिस इन्हें कितने दिन की रिमांड पर लेती है। रिमांड में लेने के बाद में पुलिस इनसे पूछताछ करेगी कि आखिर क्या क्या इन्होंने वहां से गबन किया है, क्या क्या घोटाला किया है, किस किस का हाथ इन सब के पीछे है और भी क्या कुछ बरामद हो सकता है। क्योंकि जानकारी ये भी सामने आई है एसआईटी की जांच में कि इन आरोपियों ने कुछ संपत्तियां भी बनाई है, कुछ चीज़ें भी खरीदी है, जैसे वाहन की हम बात कर लें, मकानों की हम बात कर लें, प्लॉट्स की हम बात कर लें। अयोध्या में जैसे टिन्नू ने एक मकान खरीदा है, इसके अलावा लवकेश मिश्रा जो है उसने भी संपत्ति खरीदी है। तो ऐसे तमाम इन संपत्तियों की एसेट्स की जानकारी पुलिस यहाँ पर खंगाल रही है, बैंकों के जरिए खंगालने की कोशिश कर रही है और ये हासिल कर रही है जो कि वो साक्ष्य कोर्ट में अभी पेश कर सके। ये एक बड़ा प्रश्न है। हालांकि तमाम तीनों बैंकों में टीम मौजूद है, स्टेट बैंक में भी टीम यहाँ पर जाँच पड़ताल कर रही है और बैंक प्रबंधक से बातचीत जारी है। इधर फैजाबाद बार एसोसिएशन की बैठक भी लगातार चल रही है कोर्ट में। इस बात को लेकर तय किया जा रहा है कि कोई भी वकील इनकी पेशी में शामिल नहीं होगा, इनकी पैरवी नहीं करेगा, इनका पक्ष नहीं रखेगा। हालांकि ये बात भी सामने आ रही है कि सुप्रीम कोर्ट में एक फैजाबाद बार एसोसिएशन का डेलीगेशन अपनी बात रखेगा, याचिका दायर करेगा और उस पर सुनवाई की बात यहाँ पर की जा रही है। लेकिन बड़ा सवाल ये कि आखिर आज की पेशी के बाद में पुलिस कितने दिन की रिमांड इनकी लेती है और क्या कुछ नया निकल कर सामने आता है, ये एक बड़ा प्रश्न होगा।
All right, so the big update, my colleague Shivam in fact is getting us here, that police is now looking at the financial trail of all the accused as they continue questioning even with the bank officials in Ayodhya at the moment. Now Shivam, in fact, will continue to stay with us. We're getting some more developments as police have now intensified their efforts to gather information regarding financial transactions involving the bank accounts of the accused in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Police teams in fact visited banks to scrutinize financial transactions and bank records. 3 separate police teams are met with branch managers of SBI, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank also. Now details regarding the relevant account lockers and transactions were sought. Bank records and documents are also being examined as part of the investigation. Police in fact are currently looking at 3 bank managers inside their respective cabins. So we're getting you live developments as they're happening in Ram Mandir investigation. Right now the focus is on the financial trail and the police in fact is scrutinizing the bank accounts of all the accused as they question the bank managers in this case. So as my colleague Shubham was also telling us on this, that right now all the focus is on tracking their financial assets, going through their bank records, and right now we understand that 3 separate police teams are involved in this investigation. Right, Shubham, please go ahead and give us more details regarding this investigation.
बिल्कुल, पुलिस की 3 टीमें बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा, कैनरा बैंक और स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया जहां मैं मौजूद हूं, इन तीनों बैंकों में पुलिस की टीमें प्रवेश कर चुकी हैं, बातचीत कर रही प्रबंधकों से और बैंक लॉकर्स की जानकारी हासिल कर रही है कि ट्रस्ट के जो बैंक खाते हैं उनमें क्या क्या लेन देन अभी हाल के विषय में हुआ है, क्या निकाला गया है, क्या इसमें जमा किया गया है। इसके अलावा इन तमाम 8 आरोपी जिनके खाते इसी अयोध्या धाम बैंक की शाखा में हैं, उनकी जानकारी भी पुलिस की टीम यहाँ पर बैंक मैनेजर से हासिल करने की कोशिश कर रही है। स्टेटमेंट्स यहाँ पर निकाले जा रहे हैं जिसके जरिए पता चलेगा कि क्या इन आरोपियों ने इन रुपयों को किसी रिश्तेदार या किसी दोस्त या किसी परिजन के खाते में ट्रांसफर तो नहीं किया। इस बात की जानकारी भी खंगालने की कोशिश कर रही है। बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा में भी कुछ ऐसी प्रक्रिया चल रही है, कैनरा बैंक में भी सेम ऐसी ही प्रक्रिया चल रही है, वहां भी ये बताने की कोशिश कर रही है, पूछने की कोशिश पुलिस यहाँ पर कर रही है। बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा में भी, ये तस्वीर आपको दिखा दूं, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा की ब्रांच यहाँ पर ठीक सामने है, अयोध्या ब्रांच जिसे बताया जाता है, ये स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया और ये बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा, यहाँ भी पुलिस की टीम मौजूद है और वो स्टेटमेंट यहाँ पर खंगाल रही है उन आरोपियों के जिनके इस बैंक में खाते हैं या जिन्होंने यहां से पैसा ट्रांसफर किया है या निकाला है। इसको लेकर भी बड़ी जानकारी सामने आ रही है। हालांकि इस बीच पुलिस ने अलग अलग ठिकानों पर दबिश दी है, इन तमाम आरोपियों के मकानों पर पुलिस ने दबिश दी है और घरों पर जाकर ये जानने की कोशिश की है कि क्या कुछ संपत्ति उनके पास अब तक हासिल की गई है, क्या उन्होंने हाल के समय में खरीदा है जब से ये चोरी का मामला सामने आया है। लेकिन फिलहाल बड़ा सवाल यह है कि स्टेटमेंट्स में क्या निकलकर सामने आता है। ये वो साक्ष्य हैं जो कोर्ट में पुलिस पेश करने वाली है आज की सुनवाई में। ये बड़े मजबूत और अहम सुराग होते हैं स्टेटमेंट्स के जरिए जो ये प्रूफ कर देंगे कि पैसों का ट्रांसफर कहां हुआ, पैसों का लेन देन कितना और कहां हुआ है, किसे भेजा गया है।
So Shubham, we'll get the answers to these questions as the investigation proceeds in this case. But for now, thanks so much for joining us and giving us all these latest details about the investigation. And now viewers, with that we're slipping into a very short break, but thanks so much for watching this edition of Live and Breaking. And coming up after a very short break, Akal Takht now summons all Sikh MLAs and Punjab ministers over the anti-sacrilege law in the state. A crucial meet right now is underway in Amritsar at the Golden Temple. Getting you all the details on that on the other side.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है? आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट, स्वाद बढ़ाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और परेशान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल बोलो जुबान केसरी।
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाए जीरा से MTH का जलजीरा जीरा से।
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
MTH
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much. आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus, right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzis.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now?
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then?
Back then, it was just,
What do you mean back then? If you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean...
What am I then? Back then.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time, and now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job, but it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Mann at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Mann on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way, but there's a distinct physical difference. A, he's put on a lot of weight. His face is much more puffy. He's older. He's wearing a turban. He was not wearing a turban at that time. Not always, at least. Not always photographed with a turban. And so there's a distinct difference. So if you see the picture of the younger Bhagwant Mann, you'd actually have a blink and miss moment. Is this the same guy, you'd say? We all age, but some people, their appearance changes distinctly between 12 to 13 years. They're almost unrecognizable. And Bhagwant Mann is, fortunately or unfortunately, among those people. Now, what Bhagwant Mann is trying to say is, the guy you see in the pictures, in the sacrilege video, is not me. And he's banking on the fact that he looks different now. Now look at the picture on the left-hand side, the younger Bhagwant Mann. And look at the pictures on the right-hand side, which is the sacrilege video of 2014, 13 years back, of a younger Bhagwant Mann. And now they look much more similar, don't they? In fact, the more you go close up, you'll find it's probably the same guy. Now, Bhagwant Man's argument can be privately to some people that if I did something sacrilegious 13 years back, why is it being picked up now? His detractors say it doesn't matter. You did something very bad. Now, to cover himself up, I'll go to the second set of pictures now, which will be of the first original video and the video he's released. In the first original video, Bhagwant Man
Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. Crucial meet underway at the Golden Temple in Amritsar. Shoaib Akhtar's Lashkar link now exposed. Shoaib seen standing next to Lashkar terrorists during his brother's funeral. Lawyers in Ayodhya refuse to represent accused in donation theft case. Lawyers demand accused to now leave the temple town. Mystery theft reported at Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. The question, was it an attempt to tamper evidence? Pakistan carries out strikes in Afghanistan, killing over 30. Kabul says Pak now targeting civilians again. Vijay government in major controversy. Minister Sarat Kumar seen crushing white powder in a viral video. DMK stages protest against Vijay government. Welcome viewers, you're watching live and breaking on Republic TV with me, Ishita Mitra. Now viewers, on Saturday, Republic broke the agenda-setting story from Pakistan. We did a big expose as Pakistani cricketer Shoaib Akhtar was seen standing next to Lashkar terrorists at his brother's funeral. 4 terrorists were in fact spotted standing next to Shoaib Akhtar. Among these was Imam Rahman, aide of Pahalgam terror attack Saifullah. In fact, he was spotted in the video. Republic also reached out on this to over 20 cricketers for a comment, but all of them refused to speak up on the big expose done by Republic. Not a single comment, in fact, coming in from these cricketers that we reached out to on this big expose, showing that how Pakistan's cricketers also continue to work hand in gloves with these terror outfits. And despite that, despite the big expose, despite Republic reaching out to these cricketers, over 20 of them, no one made a single comment on this expose, showing that how Shoaib Akhtar was seen standing next to these Lashkar terrorists, these terrorists who are involved and are a close aide of Pahalgam mastermind as well, Saifullah Kasuri. And despite that, despite us showing these videos, doing the big expose, there was not a single comment made by these cricketers that we reached out to. In fact, let me show you these visuals again and emphasize. Now you can see in one screen, Imam is seen standing next to, in fact, Shoaib Akhtar. He was present at the funeral of his brother. And this same man has been spotted multiple times with the mastermind of Pahalgam terror attack as well, Saifullah Kasuri. The Pahalgam attack which killed 26 innocent lives. So we did this big expose showing you how Pakistani cricketers continue to work hand in gloves with these terror outfits. And despite that, when we reached out to several of cricketers, in fact, for a comment, there was not a single comment made by these cricketers. Now on your screen, you can see, in fact, who all were present. There was Amjad Bhati, who's the chairman of Khidmat Committee, and there's several others also present, Lashkar terrorists at the brother of Shoaib Akhtar's funeral. In fact, joining us on the broadcast is now Major General G.D. Bakshi, a defense expert. Thank you, Major General, for joining us on Republic TV. Sir, you were live with us on Saturday when we broke this story exposing the terror links of Pakistani cricketer Shoaib Akhtar. But when we reached out to several of Indian cricketers for a comment on this, not a single one of them, sir, made a comment. How do you look at this?
I'm very sorry, but the the love of the cricketing community for Pakistan is a bit confounding. Pakistan is a state deeply complicit in terrorism at all levels, whether it is the politico-military level, politicians, general, ISI, cricketers, opinion makers. I mean, they are all complicit with the terror state and its shenanigans. And the visual evidence, the Americans say, don't tell us, show us. The visual evidence that you have provided, your channel has been providing since Saturday, is clear proof positive of this complicity, of this deeply joined at the hip with global terror masterminds. And here is a cricketer. You see, now we can't take this lightly because in Pakistan, cricketers become prime ministers. After all, Imran Khan was a cricketing captain and he went on to be the prime minister of Pakistan. So who can tell if tomorrow this Shoaib Akhtar fellow will also not enter politics and support the Lashkar-e-Toiba in all its depredations and activities against its neighboring states. It is carrying out terrorist activities against India. It is bombing the civilian citizens of Afghanistan, the neighboring country. So quite obviously, we need to take note of this. The world needs to take note of this and raise its voice. Is it a normal state or is it a bridgehead for the export of jihadi terrorism worldwide?
Yes, sir.
And there is no let-up.
Right. Major General, these visuals, as you clearly mentioned, that they expose that this terror nexus, it goes beyond polity, goes beyond the military, and even includes the powerful and the wealthy in Pakistan. Here is a visual of a very well-known cricketer. But when you look at this, Asha Ka Aman gang that in India, which is present, they continue to, say that it's only one section of Pakistan which is linked to these terror activities. It is not all the people. But this clearly shows that how deeply entrenched the terror nexus is. So what is your message to this gang, who continues to propagate that we should maintain relations with Pakistan or, cricket and terror can go together?
We had Shri Ram Madhav going for talks, back channel talks, track 2, track 3, call it what you will, talks with Pakistan in Sri Lanka, in Colombo.
Yes, sir.
So it's not just Aman Ki Asha singing ghazals, together. It is that even while the Prime Minister has said that their talks and terror cannot go together, cannot go hand in hand, blood and water can't flow together. And how bam banduk ke dhamakon mein baat kaise ho sakti hai? So, what exactly was this all about? What was the need to engage with Pakistan in talks? Tomorrow we will want to play cricket matches, go for love festival, go for mushairas, go for shero shairi, and while they continue to kill Indian citizens. Is that justified? What was the need for this back channel love fest with Pakistan? I don't understand.
Right, so those are the tough questions that New Delhi needs to ask at this moment. If the principle that terror and talks cannot go together is even being implemented on the ground in letter and spirit. On that note, thank you, Mr. G.D. Bakshi, for speaking to the public and sharing your inputs on this. And now we are shifting focus to another big story that we're tracking at the moment. Now, DMK advocate Sarana Natarajan has filed a formal criminal complaint with the Chennai Police Commissioner against Tamil Nadu Human Resources Minister D. Sarath Kumar, demanding in fact an immediate investigation under the NDPS Act and BNSS 2023. Now, the complaint follows the widespread circulation of a social media video allegedly showing the TVK minister at the MA Chitambram Cricket Stadium preparing a white powder-like substance on his phone using a credit card and a rolled rupees 500 currency note. Now, these actions are highly characteristic of illicit drug consumption, have certainly raised many eyebrows. And Minister Sarath Kumar, in fact, subsequently also released a video claiming that the substance was merely a medical tablet that he was crushing for his daughter, who was sick with a fever at the moment. Now, Advocate Natarajan pointed out that the child is not visible in the footage first, and that using a credit card and a rolled currency is entirely inconsistent with administering pediatric medicine. The complaint, in fact, also urges officials to register an FIR in this case, secure the original electronic evidence, and investigate the potential drug network involving the high-profile public officials. So, the drug storm that the TVK minister has found himself in is now escalating, with the complaint now being lodged by DMK. All right. In fact, my colleague Shada also joins me with more details on this. Shada, the drug storm that the TVK minister has found himself in is now escalating. DMK, in fact, has now filed a formal criminal complaint. Give us more details about that.
Well, it was 3 days before a particular video of the TVK minister Sarat Kumar was becoming viral on social media. This came after a drug run was organized on Friday and Saturday. The video showed Sarat Kumar's old video, 2 years old video, where he was seen crushing something on his phone, a powder-like substance. Many people alleged on social media that it was a drug substance. However, Sarat Kumar later in a video stated that it was a medicine prescribed by a doctor for a sick child who was suffering from a fever and diarrhea, and that it was not a prohibited substance, and explained that it was not possible to take something like a drug inside the stadium, and that it was false rumors. Later, a video from the doctor was also provided by TVK Sarat Kumar saying that it was a prescribed medicine and not that. But DMK had multiple doubts in this, and today Saranya Natarajan, the DMK's advocate wing, has submitted a letter to the police commissioner requesting a detailed investigation and inquiry into this. Earlier, the BJP has also asked for the same, especially Nainar Nagendra party president said that the TVK as a party has decided to make sure that the Tamil Nadu will be drug-free, but showing the minister with a video with a caption that says "Thug life has nothing to do with the medicine" is what the BJP pointed out. And today, the DMK's advocate wing has submitted a letter to the commissioner asking for a legal action to be taken in this case. A proper inquiry should be conducted is what Advocate Saranya Natarajan has asked the commissioner. She's also pointed out that no person would crush the medicine given by the pediatrician on their phone using an ATM card or a ₹500 currency, and that too in a stadium with a caption that mentions Thug Life, which has arised a lot of doubts whether the medicine used by the TVK minister Sarat Kumar was actually a paracetamol, or was it any other prohibited substance.
Right. Of course, we'll have to see what action is now taken based on this complaint filed by the DMK. But on that note, thanks Shada for joining us and giving us all these details. Now we are shifting focus. A shocking and new twist has now emerged in the Twisha Sharma death case. A theft bid was reported at the residence of accused ex-judge Giribala Singh, and it is now raising more questions than answers. Now police say that the intruders allegedly targeted not just jewellery but also files containing documents linked to both the accused, Giribala Singh, and her son Samarth Singh. Now, in fact, at the time of the incident, Giribala Singh's brother was present in the house, and he said that thieves entered through the rear portion of the house late on Saturday night, so no one initially noticed the break-in. And coincidentally, a police patrol was also passing nearby, and on hearing the police siren, the burglars panicked, abandoned the stolen goods, and then escaped. In fact, police also chased them, and they managed to flee. Several questions, viewers, are now being raised as to why would thieves be interested in these documents which are linked to both the accused, Samarth Singh and Giribala Singh, and more importantly, was this theft bid another attempt to access or tamper with the material linked to the ongoing investigation? That is the big question that Republic is asking at the moment. And with the CBI already probing Twisha Sharma death case, demands are now growing for all the recovered documents to be immediately handed over to the central agency as investigators now examine this latest twist. In fact, my colleague also filed a ground report from outside Giribala's residence where the theft bid was reported from. Let's take a look.
ट्विशा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले में फिलहाल मुख्य आरोपी गिरिबाला सिंह और समर्थ सिंह न्यायिक हिरासत में जेल में हैं, लेकिन गिरिबाला सिंह के इसी मकान में शनिवार रविवार दरमियानी रात को अज्ञात नकाबपोश चोर घुसते हैं। जो जानकारी है उसके मुताबिक पीछे के जो रास्ता है एक खंडर मकान है, वहाँ से चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे घुसते हैं और फर्स्ट फ्लोर की अलमारी के ताले तोड़कर सोना चांदी के जेवरात के साथ साथ कुछ दस्तावेज भी ले जाने की सूचना है। रोचक बात ये रही कि जब ये घटना हुई उसके बाद कटारेल थाने की पुलिस यहीं से पेट्रोलिंग करते हुए गुजर रही थी और उन्होंने उन संदिग्ध चोरों को रोका और पूछताछ भी की। और इस दौरान जो चोर हैं, जो नकाबपोश बदमाश थे, वो पुलिस को गुमराह करते रहे। हालांकि वो पुलिस को चकमा देकर वहां से फरार हो गए, लेकिन घटना के बाद कटारेल थाना पुलिस इसी घर में पहुंचती है। घर में लगे सीसीटीवी कैमरे खंगाले जाते हैं, जिसमें कुछ नकाबपोश चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे दिखाई देते हैं अलमारी तोड़ते हुए और दस्तावेज के साथ साथ जेवर और कैश को जुटाते हुए। और उन फुटेज के आधार पर पुलिस अब जो बदमाश हैं उनकी पहचान करने में जुटी है। कटारेल पुलिस ने कुछ संदिग्धों को हिरासत में भी लिया है, लेकिन सबसे अहम बात यह है कि यहाँ जो चोरी हुई उसमें एक इनपुट ये आ रहा है कि कुछ घर से जुड़े दस्तावेज जो हैं वो भी चोर लेकर फरार हुए हैं। तो ये ऐसा तथ्य है कि चूंकि ट्विशा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले की जांच सीबीआई कर रही है, तो क्या वो दस्तावेज उस केस से जुड़े थे, ये जांच का विषय है। क्या उन दस्तावेजों को गायब करने के पीछे कोई षड्यंत्र था, ये जांच का विषय है और इन सब पहलुओं पर अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन जरूर होगी।
Now, yes, moving on, the Punjab government has now been given a 1 month by the Akal Takht to re-amend the Jagat Jot Shri Guru Granth Sahib Satkar Amendment Act 2026 in accordance with the Sikh sentiments. In fact, all the Sikh MLAs and cabinet ministers present at the Secretariat Shri Akal Takht Sahib today agreed to amend the Sikh sentiments after the gathering. In response to the 5 shouts, all the MLAs and the ministers now agreed to make amendments in accordance with the Sikh sentiments. So we understand that the meeting which was called by the Akal Takht of all the Sikh MLAs, the ministers, has now concluded, and the Punjab government led by Bhagwant Singh Aman has now been given 1 month to make amendments to the anti-sacrilege law in accordance with the Sikh sentiment. So that's the big outcome that has come in after the Akal Takht meeting which took place at the Golden Temple in Amritsar. About 1 month time, we understand, has been given to the government to make amendments to the anti-sacrilege law, which according to them was passed without them getting consulted on that. And now as a result, the Sikh Supreme Body in fact has given 1 month to the Punjab government led by Bhagwant Mann to make amendments in the anti-sacrilege law and take into consideration the Sikh sentiments as far as these laws are concerned across Punjab. So that's the big outcome that is coming of the meeting called by Akal Takht at the Golden Temple in Amritsar. These are visuals that we have accessed from inside the meeting. The meeting was called by the Sikh Supreme Body, and all the MLAs, all the Sikh MLAs and the ministers attended the meet, including the AAP MLAs. And what has come out of this crucial meet is that the Punjab government has now been given 1 month to make all the amendments to anti-sacrilege law and to take into consideration the Sikh sentiments and make the changes in the law as per that. So that's the big outcome that we're breaking right now on the Republic TV as per the Akal Takht meeting and the details that we have gathered from this meeting which has concluded now at Golden Temple in Amritsar. Now here's some more developments coming to light in Ram Mandir theft case. The police in fact have now intensified their efforts to gather information regarding the financial transactions involving the bank accounts of the accused in the case. In fact, the police teams are now visiting 3 banks to scrutinize financial transaction and bank records of these accused. 3 separate teams, we are given to understand, met with the branch managers as well of SBI, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank as well. Now details regarding their relevant accounts, lockers and transactions were sought, and bank records and documents are being examined at the moment as part of this investigation. Police, in fact, are also questioning the 3 bank managers inside their respective cabins. So we're breaking all of these developments regarding Ram Mandir investigation as they are happening. And right now we understand that the focus is on the financial trail of all these accused. And the investigation is going on at about 3 banks in Ayodhya, including SBI, Canara Bank and Bank of Baroda. This is where the bank managers are being questioned, and the details are regarding the assets of the accused, their lockers, their financial transactions are being sought by the officials as the investigation now grows deeper in this case. All right, viewers, now time to track other headlines which are coming to light from across the nation in our special segment called Bharat in One. Fire broke out at a factory located on Mahuli Road. Efforts to douse the fire are currently underway in Patna as the fire incident has now been reported at the factory. Fire breaks out at a flat at Aranya Society, Sector 119, within the jurisdiction of the sector. Police station, 6 fire service tenders have already arrived at the scene. Firefighting operations are underway. Fortunately, there have been no casualties as of now. At the inaugural Adani Green Energy Dialogue in London, Sagar Adani called for accelerated global electrification paired with energy storage to deliver reliable, round-the-clock clean power. The event gathered global experts to discuss the investments needed to meet rising power demands from sectors such as AI while supporting a clean energy transition, highlighting the goal of reaching a 50 gigawatt of renewable capacity by 2030, led by its massive 30 gigawatt Khavda plant in Gujarat. The dialogue underscored the Adani Group's $100 billion commitment to sustainable infrastructure, which now includes expanding into nuclear energy alongside renewables. All right, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Live and Breaking with me, Ishita Mitra. Thanks so much for watching, and don't go anywhere. Coming up after a short commercial break, Pakistan now carries out strikes in Afghanistan, killing 30. Kabul says Pak targeting civilians again. Getting you all the details on the attack on the other side.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा और मसाला।
13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
आलू चाट या फ्रूट चाट,
स्वाद बनाए चमकी चाट।
क्या बात है? स्वादिष्ट पकोड़े और फरसान, अरे चमकी चाट है इसकी जान।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks, let me tell you this, viewers. Now, the police arrested the accused, And there was a procession of the accused also taken out. The accused identified as one Shoaib, Zahid Khan and Taslim. Shoaib organized the event and Zahid and Taslim were the ones waving the flag while standing on the vehicle before the vehicle was...
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
AU करंट अकाउंट के साथ मिलता है फ्री UPI QR ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी और एक ही ऐप से बैंक के सारे काम। AU
सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Mann at present, which is about 52, 53 years old. And Bhagwant Mann on the other side at the age of 39, when he was a performer. Well, he is still a performer in a way. But there's a distinct physical difference. A, he's put on a lot of weight. His face is much more puffy. He's older. He's wearing a turban. He was not wearing a turban at that time. Not always, at least. Not always photographed with a turban. And so there's a distinct difference. So if you see the picture of the younger Bhagwant Mann, you'd actually have a blink and miss moment. Is this the same guy, you'd say? We all age. But some people, their appearance changes distinctly between 12 to 13 years. They're almost unrecognizable. And Bhagwant Mann is...
प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ स्वाद आया? आया।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show. This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much. आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus. Right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old.
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzis.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Very good afternoon, viewers. You're watching Live and Breaking, and I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. And we are pleased to announce that Republic School of Journalism, India's most sought-after live learning program, has now opened applications for its 2026 batch. RSJ was launched with a single mission: to train the next generation of journalists, not in classrooms but on the field, live as the news breaks, covering elections, covering wars, and the biggest stories of our times under the direct mentorship of India's best journalists at the Republic Media Network. And the results speak for themselves. 100% of students from RSJ's inaugural batch are now placed working in newsrooms. The new batch begins this August, and aspiring journalists can apply online now at www.republicschoolofjournalism.com or call 836 999 5400 to know more. Let's take a look at the headlines. Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. Shoaib Akhtar Lashkar link exposed. Shoaib seen standing next to Lashkar terrorists during his brother's funeral. Lawyers in Ayodhya refuse to represent accused in donation theft case. Lawyers demand accused to leave the temple town. Mystery theft at Giribala's residence. Attempted theft of files, but thieves scoot on hearing police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper with evidence? Pakistan carries out strikes in Afghanistan, killing 30. Kabul says Pakistan targeted civilians. Vijay government in Tamper again in major controversy. DMK leader files complaint against TVK Minister Sharath Kumar over the alleged drug video, demands NDPS probe. Now to the big Republic news break on the TVK minister drug video. Now, sources say Sharath Kumar might be removed from his position in the cabinet. Sources say that he might lose ministership. He may be asked to quit pending investigation. And that's the big update we're getting in right now, as the DMK also mounts attack on Vijay government. Sources say that there is a possibility that Sharath Kumar, the TVK minister, could be asked to quit pending investigation in the matter. So that's the big update we're getting in right now. This is a video that went viral. It was from years ago during an IPL match where Sharath Kumar is allegedly seen, you can see him with white powder, and he has said that it was medicine, it was a capsule that he was crushing. In his defense, that's what he said. But now pressure is mounting on the TVK government, and possibility of him being sacked is high as per our sources. Sharda joins us on the phone line. Sharda joins us live in the broadcast from Chennai. Sharda, tell us more details about this development coming in, as there is going to be an investigation also into the matter.
Well, Rakshita, we saw after Friday a drug marathon was conducted by the Tamil Nadu government, which included Vijay, the chief minister, running 45 kilometers in the marathon for this drug-free state plan. However, the same day, a video of the TVK minister Sharath Kumar was also posted on social media, which was a 2-year-old video from his own Instagram account showing him crushing something on his phone, a powder-like substance. Sharath Kumar later gave an explanation that it was fake rumors being spread and that it was nothing but a medicine that was being given to his 2-year-old kid while he was in the stadium as she was fallen sick. A pediatrician suggested medicine was crushed is what he explains. However, later a doctor also gave an explanation telling that he had prescribed a tablet and that was it. However, DMK staged a protest today on the declining law and order situation in the state of Tamil Nadu, and also mentioned that Sharath Kumar should resign from his post, and a formal complaint has been registered with the police.
So much, Arnab. We also have Mr. M.R. Venkatesh, political analyst, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Venkatesh, while we see that the pressure has been mounted on the Vijay government ever since it has been elected, and it's been very little time in power, we see that the cabinet ministers have come under scrutiny for various reasons. The latest one is a drug controversy, and now DMK has been holding unrelenting protests, mounting pressure, and the cabinet could just see the first sacking also.
See, this is
a relentless campaign done by DMK on the newly elected TVK. While they are entitled to it, democratic traditions demand that we should at least give 100 days to the TVK government to either perform and show the report card and then take a decision. But political niceties and DMK have never been part of any tradition. And so DMK has been very relentless. Having said that, the TVK has also been home to several vagabonds and reckless people who have been thriving on Instagram reels and Facebook posts. And these are the riffraff that have somehow or the other made it to the top. And so it is twiddly-dum and twiddly-dee for us in Tamil Nadu. We are replaced one monster. The other side, we see that the people who have been allegedly participating in drug trade, mafia trade, have all been now reportedly been part of this ruling elite. So there's definitely some concerns. But that concerns I will address after 100 days. But definitely it doesn't behove for the DMK to raise it. That's the point I'm making today. DMK has no credibility to raise anything on the TVK's credibility because DMK itself is a glorified mafia of the Tamil Nadu people. And as far as TVK is concerned, these are all telltale signs that all is not well the way they've arranged their polity and politics. Better they get their house in order. And if the minister has to resign because of something, let him resign. And at least they put their house in order, at least in the next few weeks.
Mr. Venkatesh, I can't help but ask that has there been an issue, or rather there have been some lack of judgment, or rather there has been miscalculation, maybe, or it maybe is portrayed the way the ministers have been chosen by the TVK chief, or whoever has been in his team to choose that. It's a young team, they're young ministers, young MLAs, but you feel that the fact that there have been so many cases coming in which are actually denting the image just in the first month of the TVK government, you feel that there has been lack of political judgment and sight?
There are two things: innocent mistakes, errors of omissions, political protocols not being followed. These are all smaller order of smalls which we can forgive and forget. But if somebody is peddling on drugs and somebody is taking law and order in his own hands, these are things you don't attribute to naivety, you just attribute to malafide. This is where there is a very thin blurring line. Every mistake is not to be glorified. Every mistake is not to be amplified. Of course, there will be mistakes by people. But what TVK is doing is it's bordering on the thin penumbra for too long. And I see that there are certain mistakes which are no longer mistakes. They are entering into the grave area. And quickly, that is why I'm putting the words, I repeat myself, by saying that they have to put their house in order, because today is not the day where you wait for eternity for scrutiny to set in. You start getting scrutinized the day you take your vote. That is the power of media, social media, and other things that follow. So TVK has to take this as a huge warning, and they should go back, because it is a new political formation that has happened in the state. We should give also the time, because they have come back to triumph after a long time. The unseated, both the Dravidian party, it's no ordinary feat. But that cannot be an excuse to cross the Lakshman Rekha.
All right. Many thanks, Mr. Venkatesh, for joining us with your thoughts on this story. Viewers, we continue to bring more details on that. I think if Sharda is still with us, we can go across to her on that. If Sharda, can you hear me? Sharda, well, we see that the pressure is mounting. There have been different cases as far as the TVK is concerned, from cases of assault, cases of rape. There have been multiple allegations against different members of the TVK, against TVK workers. Also, the public image has, in fact, borne a dent in the very first month. What has been your understanding as per the sources? Because this is a very, very serious issue when you see a minister, sitting minister, in his video, even from the past, that's now circulated with the drug abuse at the center of it.
Well, as you mentioned, Rakshita, pressure is now mounting up on the TVK government, especially on the declining law and order situation in the state of Tamil Nadu. DMK kept questioning the TVK government of its promises of especially the launch of a special task force for a drug-free state and women's safety. However, both seem to have been in a questionable state since the TVK had launched the special task force as well, where multiple cases have been filing against the TVK functionaries themselves against many sexual assault cases. In this regard, DMK has questioned very strongly today on the TVK, including Kanimudi has also asked whether the particular video that TVK Minister Sarath Kumar posted and a detailed inquiry is what is required at the moment. Today, we saw the DMK also filing an official police complaint at the Commissioner's office seeking for a detailed investigation in this. So now we can see TVK put in a turmoil as this the continuation of the decline in law and order situation in the state of Tamil Nadu.
All right, just stay with us, Shraddha. We have Mr. Pulla Rao, political analyst, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Pulla Rao, how do you see this development? It's big trouble for the TVK government because a sitting minister could be just sacked because of a video that has now gone viral and which features something as serious as drug abuse.
Basically, TVK has won a big victory. But after the victory, you'll notice he formed this ministry in a great day. He filled up the entire ministry. In the beginning, he took 10 ministers, and after that, 25. He did not carefully vet whom he is taking as a minister. Or why he did this in a rush, nobody knows. Because most of his MLAs were inexperienced, and he did not properly. It was all right to win as an MLA. How will they continue as a minister? So, this is one of the problems for TVK. Only many of his ministers will come out to be inefficient, or they have backgrounds and antecedents which are criminal or controversial. Now, Sarath Kumar has to answer this, and in all probability, all the political parties will make a lot of noise, and they may have to resign. That means it's a very big setback for TVK. All this becomes because he, without experience, he took, a ministry in Tamil Nadu is allowed 35 ministers. He made all 35 ministers. He did not vet it. He did not do anything. There are so many ministers who are inexperienced.
Right, sir.
So that is...
Right, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Pulla Rao, thank you so much for joining us. We have BJP's Tamil Nadu chief spokesperson, BJP unit, Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, joining us on the phone line. Mr. Tirupati, how do you react to this news coming in that Mr. Sarath Kumar, the TVK minister, could be sacked? He could be asked to resign in view of the pending investigation over this video allegedly showing drug abuse.
No, see, if he is sacked or if they are planning to sack him, that means that the TVK was incompetent and TVK did not even, did not even check what about their ministers, what was their characters and all those things. So far, they have not. The chief minister has not taken any action. Immediately, he should have ordered for an investigation. So either way, whether we strongly condemn that the investigation was not ordered immediately the last 3-4 days. If they are going to remove, then that is very more dangerous because they accept that the minister whom they have appointed was a drug peddler. This is something very serious issue. So how will we know that all those ministers who were appointed recently are good? This is a very big problem.
Okay, all right. And do you feel that that he should be asked to resign because the protests have been mounting? DMK has been holding unrelenting protests against Mr. Sarath Kumar. And what is your demand? What does the BJP is looking or asking for now?
The moment the video went viral, immediately we had asked for an investigation, thorough investigation, to be done by the police. But the chief minister was keeping quiet for the last 3-4 days. Now there is a news without even investigation they are going to remove him means what? Then it becomes true that the minister was involved in it, and that is more dangerous. Without even ascertaining, without even knowing who this person was, the ministership was given. That means what? this government is ineffective and incompetent and enable government. So that is what we are saying. This government is, the entire government should go. Mr. Vijay should take the responsibility for that.
Right, sir. All right. Thank you so much for joining us with details coming in the story. There could be more updates also coming in. And we have another breaking news because there are more complaints that are being filed against Sharath Kumar, the minister in the TVK cabinet in Vijay's cabinet. Sharda, if I can go across to you, we're just going to break that full frame, but I'll just ask a question with you on that. There are more complaints that are being filed against Sharath Kumar. Sharda, if you have more details about that. This is not just the drug abuse video, but there are also now allegations of inducing people using money, distributing money during election campaign. That's also now surfacing.
Well, Rakshita, now after a complaint against Sharath Kumar over alleged use of powder-like substance in the IPL match 2 years ago, another complaint is now being filed at the Tamper police station. And this comes through our sources saying that a representative from the election team has also made a complaint against TVK leader Sharath Kumar as he's become the MLA of the Tamper constituency in the Chengalpet district. He was seen distributing money in a video is what the complaint allegation reads. Says that Sharath Kumar had given cash for oaths. Is another big, huge allegation coming against TVK Sharath Kumar in less than a week. The first initially, as we were speaking about how multiple social media claims, users claim that it was drug and that the Sharath Kumar's video shows him using drug inside the stadium is what social media claims. And now another video has been given to the Tamper police station by a representative from the election department of the state who were doing rounds while the campaigning was happening, sharing a video right now with the police station. He's saying that the Sharath Kumar had given cash for votes. Is a huge allegation coming against TVK minister.
Right. So the complaint, ladies and gentlemen, let me just get you the details that we are getting via sources that Sharda has got to us. Complaint was lodged by a representative of the Election Commission Flying Squad, the Election Flying Squad, at the police station of Tambaram constituency. There's a video that allegedly shows there was money being distributed during Sharath Kumar's campaign. Now, this is, of course, coming in as a second complaint. So there's trouble after trouble. There's a mountain of troubles now on the TVK government, on Vijay cabinet. So there is a second complaint filed against the TVK minister. Of course, there is, Sharda, the timing, of course, is always questionable. That why is this video now being viral? Why it's going viral right now? But the fact that this only spells bigger trouble for the minister, that is Mr. Sharath Kumar.
Well, Rakshita, as you mentioned, timing is again a question because why did the election squad not submit the video earlier if the election flying squad has already had the proof of it? However, earlier multiple questions were also raised because DMK and both TVK were involved in gift-giving process and multiple actions were taken by the election commission at that time. Earlier, it was also said even before the code of conduct was submitted by the election department in the state of Tamil Nadu, we saw DMK leaders also taking moves on this and AIADMK giving gifts. Even recently, the resigned AIADMK MLA Mr. C. Vijay Bhaskar from Viralimalai constituency had given gift packs which were questioned by the election department on people who voted because the by-elections are coming again in the next few months. Again, the elections will be in the state of Tamil Nadu for 7 different constituencies. So now, election flying squad is making sure that they went through every single documented proof that they have, and now a new complaint is being raised at the Tamper police station as we speak against MLA Sharath Kumar from the TVK. Huge allegation against asking if the gifts given by him, the cash for oaths in the Tamper constituency where he's been elected as the MLA.
Absolutely. So that's the big update coming in. So it's double trouble now. Second complaint. We will continue to get more details from Sharda. Thank you so much for joining us, Sharda. We will now go across to the press conference being held by the Akal Takht on the sacrilege row and the sacrilege law.
ਚਲੋ ਆ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸਾਰੇ ਕੋਲ ਵੀਡੀਓ ਆ ਗਈ ਆ। ਜੇ ਦੇਖੋ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਤਖਤ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਉਹ ਗੱਲ ਮੰਨਦਾ, ਔਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਮਹੀਨਾ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਾ ਛੇਤੀ ਕਰ ਦੇਣਗੇ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਪਤਾ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਝੂਠ ਨਹੀਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ, ਇੱਥੇ ਸੱਚ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਆ। ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਬਚਨ ਹੈਗਾ ਵਾ, ਬੋਲੀਐ ਸੱਚ ਧਰਮ ਝੂਠ ਨਾ ਬੋਲੀਐ, ਜੋ ਗੁਰ ਦੱਸੈ ਬਾਟ ਮਰੀਦਾ ਜੋਲੀਐ। ਆਸ ਕਰਨੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਆ ਭਈ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਅੱਜ ਹੱਲ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਆ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਵਿਧਾਨ ਸਭਾ 'ਚ ਲੈ ਆਉਣਗੇ। ਗੁਰੂ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਜਿਹੜੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੂੰ ਚੈਲੰਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ।
All right, we'll just get more details, viewers, as the Akal Takht is holding the press conference today. All Sikh MLAs and cabinet ministers appeared before the Akal Takht after they were summoned over the anti-sacrilege law. And the Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee and Punjab government has been given 1 month time by the Akal Takht to re-amend the Jagat Jyot 3 Guru Granth Sahib Satkar Act. That is the anti-sacrilege law, in accordance with Sikh sentiments. And let's take a look at other news coming in now. Rebel TMC MP Prakash Baraik speaks to Republic on UCC bill. That is saying that this is a big day for the people of Bengal. Take a listen into what he said. This is the rebel TMC MP, as UCC is in the works to be tabled as far as the West Bengal Assembly is concerned.
ये बहुत अच्छा बिल है जो आज पारित हो रहा है। ऑलरेडी विधानसभा में इसका डिस्कशन चल रहा है। तो सभी के लिए जो नियम है वो नियम होना चाहिए। हम लोग आदिवासी एवं ट्राइब कम्युनिटी से बिलोंग करते हैं, तो इनको मद्देनज़र देखते हुए इस तरह का जो नियम एवं जो यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड जो लाया गया है, ये अचीवमेंट है हम लोगों के लिए, अच्छा है। आने वाला दिन और भी बहुत ऐसा बिल पास होगा जिससे गरीब से गरीब, असहाय से असहाय लोगों का सुविधा होगा, और ऑटोमेटिक एक सांप्रदायिक पर जाति समाज को नहीं, यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड जो है सबके लिए एप्लीकेबल हो। एवं ये बहुत अच्छा बिल है, इसको हम लोग स्वागत जनाते हैं। एवं इसमें इस बिल में ये भी दर्शाया गया है कि कैसे करके ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी को प्रोटेक्ट किया जाए, आदिवासियों को किस तरह का से प्रोटेक्ट किया, क्योंकि मूलवासी है हम लोग, आदिवासी मूलवासी है, एवं भारत के प्रत्येक जगह में आदिवासी कम्युनिटी है। तो ये बहुत अच्छा बिल है। मैं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शुभेंद्र अधिकारी जी को धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करता हूँ। हम अभी भी टीवी में देख रहे थे, इसके लिए विधानसभा में डिस्कशन चल रहा है। ये बहुत ही अच्छा बिल है
सर, क्योंकि गृह मंत्री अमित शाह और मुख्यमंत्री शुभेंदु अधिकारी दोनों ने साफ तौर पर कहा था कि ये उनका जो संकल्प पत्र है उसमें इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो जो बीजेपी का था उसमें एक सबसे आगे रखा गया एक चीज़ था, और अब 2 महीने के अंतर हम देख रहे हैं कि ये जो बिल है इसको विधानसभा में लेके जा चुकी है बीजेपी सरकार। तो इसके लिए आप क्या कहना चाहेंगे, क्योंकि अभी अभी आप हाल ही में टीएमसी छोड़ चुके हैं, तो अब क्या आप इस बिल को खुद इसका समर्थन कर रहे हैं, और आप इसको कैसे देखते हैं अपनी जनता के लिए, अपनी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के लोगों के लिए आगे आने वाले समय में?
देखिए, माननीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी एवं माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री शुभेंद्र अधिकारी जी, इलेक्शन मैनिफेस्टो में जो था, एक एक करके मैनिफेस्टो का जो बात था एवं मैनिफेस्टो में जो लिखा गया था, एक एक करके उस मैनिफेस्टो का बात को इम्प्लीमेंट कर रही है। ये बहुत ही सराहनीय है, अच्छा है। क्योंकि हम लोग देखिए इस बजट में भी, जो बजट में ऐतिहासिक बजट मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि अगर सरकारी कर्मचारी का डीए का बात हो, या एजुकेशन सेक्टर का बात हो, या बॉर्डर इलाका का बात हो, बांग्लादेश बॉर्डर से जो असुविधा था इसके लिए हो, प्रत्येक चीज़ को बखूबी देखा जा रहा है। और मैं जिस एरिया से बिलोंग करता हूँ वो आदिवासी बहुल इलाका है, अलीपुरद्वार एवं जलपाईगुड़ी, नॉर्थ बंगाल से हम लोग बिलोंग करते हैं, टी चाय बागान से हम लोग बिलोंग करते हैं। तो ये अचीवमेंट है, क्योंकि करीबन 2 महीने के अंदर में इस तरह का ऐतिहासिक फैसला, इस तरह का श्रेणीय फैसला जो हो रहा है, ये हम लोगों के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा संकेत है।
All right, with that, so wrap in this edition, viewers. But on the other side, we continue with their news and updates. Thanks for watching.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े, चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद, यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा, सबका राजा आरती और मसाला।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. And there are explosives which are put inside this van, and then the van is detonated. Watch this very carefully, ladies and gentlemen. This is apparently during a Muharram procession, where the organizers fill a car with explosives, lift it 40 feet in the air with explosives, put a slogan on the vehicle saying, "Le fir aage," which means, "Look, we are back." And then they explode the van. And at that point of time, there are posters put, there's a lot of mayhem. It's also seen in the video that there are 2 people who are waving red flags before the blast, and the car is detonated mid-air amidst the spectators. There are videos from an Instagram account which also show a young man performing other explosion-related stunts, such as filling a drum with explosives and blasting it. And there are intense explosives used out there. This is all a celebration of explosions. These are not fireworks. Let me tell you this, viewers.
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, delicious, healthy every day. 13,000 placements last year. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच, लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट। अब बताओ, स्वाद आया?
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चंकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover 2 lies, he lies a 3rd time and a 4th time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very foolish advisors. You see, this controversy is about a younger Bhagwant Mann. He's about 52 years now, 52 or 53. And the video apparently goes back to the time he was 39 years old. This is a video he's released. Let me first show you the other video, the controversial video. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a picture of Bhagwant Mann at the age of 39. And visibly, over the last 13 years, he's aged. There's nothing wrong with that. We all age. But there's a distinct difference in facial appearance. I'd like to show you a picture of Bhagwant Mann at present, which is about 52, 50.
Akal Takht summons all Sikh MLAs, Punjab ministers over anti-sacrilege law. Shoaib Akhtar, Lashkar link exposed. Shoaib seen standing next to Lashkar terrorists during his brother's funeral. Lawyers in Ayodhya refused to represent accused in donation theft case. Lawyers demand accused to leave the temple town in 3 days. Mystery theft at Giribala Singh's residence. Attempted theft of files, but the thieves scoot on hearing police siren. Was it an attempt to tamper with evidence? Pakistan carries out strikes in Afghanistan, killing 30. Kabul says Pakistan targeted civilians. Trouble for Vijay government. Minister Sharath Kumar likely to be sacked from ministry over drug video controversy. Another complaint over money distribution during election campaign also filed against him now. All right, viewers, let's start with the big news coming in. You're watching live and breaking. I'm Rakshita Mishra with you. News in the case of the Ram Mandir theft case. A plea seeking CBI inquiry may be filed in the Supreme Court by the Faizabad Bar Association. A committee comprising certain lawyers may be formed to assist the prosecution. A demand may be raised to register a case against Section 173 against Ambat Rai, Anil Mishra and Gopal Rao. Measures may be taken to prevent these individuals from leaving Ayodhya. No lawyer shall represent these individuals. Anyone who does so will face a fine of 5 lakh rupees and the termination of the membership, says the bar members. There's the Bar Association in Faizabad Court. Meeting has begun and there are statements that have come in. And in fact, police have intensified their efforts to gather more information regarding the financial transactions involving the bank accounts of the accused in the Ram Mandir donation theft case. Police teams have visited 3 banks to scrutinize financial transactions and bank records. 3 separate police teams met with the branch managers of SBI, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank. The details regarding the relevant accounts, lockers and transactions were sought. Bank records and documents are being examined as part of the investigation, and police are currently questioning the 3 bank managers inside their respective cabins. So that's the breaking news we have right now. We'll try and get more details on that. So there is, of course, intense scrutiny on that in the bank transactions. We'll try and get more details of that with our reporters, or if we have any reactions that have come in. SBI, Bank of Baroda and Canara Bank, all the transactions in connection will be examined, because viewers, there are ex-bank staff also that have been arrested in this case. Now viewers, news coming in on Ayatollah Khamenei's funeral. As Prime Minister Modi was invited by Iran, we are getting in news that it's Bihar Governor Lieutenant General Syed Ata Hasnain and Minister of State for External Affairs Pavitra Margarita to attend the funeral ceremony of Supreme Leader of Iran, former Supreme Leader Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei, on behalf of the Indian government, as per sources, Iranian sources. So Prime Minister was invited, but he will not be going for the funeral to Iran, but MOS External Affairs Pavitra Margarita and Bihar Governor Lieutenant General Syed Ata Hasnain will be representing India at Khamenei's funeral, and these are the 2 senior figures will be attending the ceremonies that begin on the 4th of July on behalf of the Indian government, following an invitation from Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian to Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And reports suggest that the Prime Minister has cited a packed schedule as he is visiting Indonesia, Australia and New Zealand. And Khamenei was killed on the 28th of February in a joint US-Israeli strike in his Tehran compound. And we'll try and get more we'll get more details, but right now we have some more breaking news, and this is coming in from Tamper, where trouble is mounting for the TVK, for the Vijay government, as this Minister Sharath Kumar faces 2 complaints now after a complaint was filed by DMK advocates Saran and Natarajan seeking proper investigation in the video that went viral on social media showing him crushing white powder-like substance during IPL match 2 years ago. There's another complaint that has been filed against him. He's the Tamil Nadu Minister for Human Resources Management. Sharath Kumar allegedly was seen distributing money to induce people to vote during the election campaign. The complaint was lodged by a representative of the election flying squad at the Visaranai Nagar police station of Tambaram constituency after a video allegedly showed money being distributed during Sharath Kumar's campaign went viral, and now that's double trouble, double whammy for the Vijay government. Republic TV exclusive input on that. So given these complaints, viewers, what we understand is that the TVK minister is set to be sacked just a month, and we see that the first sacking that could be coming for TVK, the Vijay government. After the historic victory, TVK faces troubles. Sharda joins us for more. Sharda, 2 complaints now against Sharath Kumar. Sharda, one is the alleged drug abuse case, Sharda, and now we see that there is another case that is coming in connection with the election campaign. I'll try and reconnect with him. We'll try and reconnect with Sharda as there is an audio issue. I think Sharda is back with us. Sharda, if you can hear me. Sharda, if you can hear me, there's a double trouble.
Well, Rakshita,
yeah.
Well, just as you mentioned, after the first complaint given by the DMK advocate against TVK Minister Sharath Kumar, another complaint is being registered at the Tambaram police station in the constituency where Sharath Kumar has become the MLA from. A huge allegation is being placed against them on a cash for oaths case, saying that the minister was seen giving money to the people during his campaign events, and after his victory, the election campaign has now come forward to say a flying squad once noted Sharath Kumar giving money and gifts to the people of that particular constituency while he was campaigning. So another complaint being registered against TVK Sharath Kumar, and this comes after the main complaint filed by the DMK alleging a huge inquiry into the case where Sharath Kumar was seen using a powder-like substance in the stadium when an IPL match was going on. So now question arises whether the TVK government will take action against his minister, whether a detailed inquiry will be placed by the Police Commissionerate of Chennai against what the complaints given against Sharath Kumar. And also now the sources from the CMO also telling that a letter has been given asking for a detailed explanation from Sharath Kumar on both the events.
All right, thank you so much. Joining us there, Sharda, with details on that story. We're closely tracking from Tamil Nadu. Viewers, meanwhile, let's shift our focus to the other stories. Sheikh Hasina, who fled to New Delhi via a helicopter on the 5th of August 2024 and has ever since lived in India, has now vowed to return to Bangladesh this year. Now, Sheikh Hasina, former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, fled to India after an uprising toppled her government, and it snowballed after the student protest snowballed into nationwide anti-government movement. Now, back home, she is facing several trials pending against her. That includes crime against humanity, as she brushes aside the death sentence that was handed down in absentia. Here's more on that.
Ousted Bangladeshi Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is vowing a bold return to her homeland despite facing a death sentence. The 78-year-old former leader declared she will return to Bangladesh this year, marking the first time she has set a timeline for her homecoming. Hasina has been living in exile in India since August 2024, following a mass student uprising that ended her 15-year-old rule. Last November, a Dhaka court sentenced her to death in absentia for inciting violence and ordering killings during the unrest. Hasina brushed aside the verdict, denouncing it as illegal, unconstitutional and politically motivated, adding that she remains undeterred by the risk. She insists she will overcome every conspiracy to make her return. Hasina alleged that the ouster of her government was orchestrated by the anti-Bangladeshi forces that had misled the public.
And viewers, now a shocking twist is coming in as far as Twisha Sharma death case is concerned. Now a theft bid was reported at the residence of her mother-in-law and ex-judge Giribala Singh, who is in jail right now. And now questions are being raised on this attempted theft. Police say that the intruders targeted not just jewellery but also some files. Now these files contain documents linked to Giribala Singh and her son Samarth Singh. Both are in jail. And at the time of the incident, Giribala Singh's brother was present in the house. Now, he said that the thieves entered through the rear portion of the house late Saturday night. So no one noticed initially. No one noticed the break-in. But coincidentally, viewers, a police patrol was passing nearby. And on hearing the police vehicle siren, the burglars panicked, abandoned the stolen goods and escaped. Police chased them down, but they managed to flee. Several questions are now being raised. Why would the burglars be interested in documents, in files? And this now also points to a possibility that was this just a theft as a cover-up for an attempt to access or tamper with material linked to an ongoing investigation. So with the CBI already probing the death case, demands are growing for all the recovered documents to be immediately handed over to the central agency, as investigators are examining the latest twist as well. A colleague, in fact, has also filed a report from outside Giribala Singh's house on the same. Listen in.
ट्विशा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले में फिलहाल मुख्य आरोपी गिरिबाला सिंह और समर्थ सिंह न्यायिक हिरासत में जेल में हैं, लेकिन गिरिबाला सिंह के इसी मकान में शनिवार रविवार दरमियानी रात को अज्ञात नकाबपोश चोर घुसते हैं। जो जानकारी है उसके मुताबिक पीछे के जो रास्ता है, एक खंडर मकान है, वहां से चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे घुसते हैं और फर्स्ट फ्लोर की अलमारी के ताले तोड़कर सोना चांदी के जेवरात के साथ साथ कुछ दस्तावेज भी ले जाने की सूचना है। रोचक बात यह रही कि जब ये घटना हुई उसके बाद कटारेल थाने की पुलिस यहीं से पेट्रोलिंग करते हुए गुजर रही थी और उन्होंने उन संदिग्ध चोरों को रोका और पूछताछ भी की। और इस दौरान जो चोर हैं, जो नकाबपोश बदमाश थे, वो पुलिस को गुमराह करते रहे। हालांकि वो पुलिस को चकमा देकर वहां से फरार हो गए, लेकिन घटना के बाद कटारल थाना पुलिस इसी घर में पहुंचती है। घर में लगे सीसीटीवी कैमरे खंगाले जाते हैं, जिसमें कुछ नकाबपोश चोर फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे दिखाई देते हैं अलमारी तोड़ते हुए और दस्तावेज के साथ साथ जेवर और कैश को जुटाते हुए। और उन फुटेज के आधार पर पुलिस अब जो बदमाश हैं उनकी पहचान करने में जुटी है। कटारेल पुलिस ने कुछ संदिग्धों को हिरासत में भी लिया है, लेकिन सबसे अहम बात यह है कि यहाँ जो चोरी हुई उसमें एक इनपुट ये आ रहा है कि कुछ घर से जुड़े दस्तावेज जो हैं वो भी चोर लेकर फरार हुए हैं। तो ये ऐसा तथ्य है कि चूंकि ट्विशा शर्मा संदिग्ध मौत मामले की जांच सीबीआई कर रही है, तो क्या वो दस्तावेज उस केस से जुड़े थे, ये जांच का विषय है। क्या उन दस्तावेजों को गायब करने के पीछे कोई षड्यंत्र था, ये जांच का विषय है और इन सब पहलुओं पर अब इन्वेस्टिगेशन जरूर होगी।
Now viewers, on Saturday, Republic broke the agenda-setting story from Pakistan. Now, Pakistani former cricketer Shoaib Akhtar was seen standing next to Lashkar terrorists, even the Pahalgam terror attack mastermind at his brother's funeral. Now, 4 terrorists were spotted next to Shoaib Akhtar: Imam Rahman, aide of Pahalgam terror attack mastermind Saifullah Qasuri himself over there in the spectacles, you can see. And Republic also reached out to over 20 cricketers for a comment, but they refused to speak up on the big expose done by Republic TV. Now, viewers, this is a conversation that we continue here on Republic TV. We have defense expert Major Samarth Singh joining us on the broadcast. Major Singh, well, we see that of course there is no word from anybody. Call it convenience, call it people having their own reasons maybe, But you feel that these conversations should continue because this is a matter that they might dismiss as they have nothing to do with it. They have nothing to do with the former cricketer of the country. But we certainly have to do with our country, with those innocents whose lives have been lost because of those terrorists who this man, Shoaib Akhtar, was standing next to.
Rakshita, I have been over and over again, I have been telling you that there is a link between Pakistan Cricket Board, the Pakistani cricketers, Dawood Ibrahim, and the funding which is going on for these terror tanzeems. Javed Miandad's son is married to Dawood Ibrahim's daughter. The whole world knows about it. And if they, any respectable cricketer would never associate himself, with a underworld don. Then Dawood Ibrahim has had a past in cricket betting. Then the Pakistan Cricket Board has been getting majority of the money from the BCCI. Shahid Afridi has been backing these terror tanzeems. He's been passing statements openly. We've seen Pakistan cricketers, portraying the bat as a gun on the field. And then they say, let's not mix politics with sports. But that is the best that they are doing. And now Shoaib Akhtar's brother's funeral. Now we have Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists attending the funeral. What business do they simply have to attend an international renowned cricketer's brother's funeral? What connection do they have? What are the dots that are pending to be connected? So it needs to be called out. An expose by Republic is a very big deal that you're doing right now. And the proof is none of the Pakistan cricketers are up for commenting on this. That shows that they are guilty conscious. They know that there is some connection between the underworld, the narco cartels, the Pakistan Cricket Board, Pakistani cricketers and the terror tanzeems. And this nexus has to be busted by Republic TV. Rakshita.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fact that we see that there are, of course, several of the cricketers not spoken up. We've seen that there have been cricketers who've been friends with
I don't have your audio.
Of course. All right. We'll just try and fix the audio there, the studio audio to Major Samarth Singh viewers. But let's just take a look at that video. We'll just fix that audio with Major Samarth Singh. But let's just take a look at this visual viewers that we broke on Saturday. This is a video from Shoaib Akhtar's brother's funeral. And you have these 4 terrorists right next to Shoaib Akhtar. You can see Saifullah Qasuri. He is the killer of innocents in Pahalgam. He is the mastermind of the Pahalgam terror attack. It's been a year to that attack and the wounds are still fresh. And you see 3 others also right in front. It's not news, but this is mainstreaming, and that Pakistan continues to do that openly, publicly. We see the links have been now exposed once again. When it comes to Shoaib Akhtar, we've seen him featuring in many we've seen him speaking against India in the past. 5 years ago, he made a statement on Ghazwa-e-Hind, how India will be invaded and captured. He has spoken about Kashmir. Likewise, Shahid Afridi. We've seen those statements that have been made by several of the former Pakistani cricketers. And this is the mainstreaming of terrorists. I think Major Samarth Singh is back with us. His audio line is fixed. Major Tur, the fact that cricketers have gone silent, there are at least more than 15 that have refused to go on record. We will continue to, of course, try. But what do you feel that could be the reason, or do you feel that there should be a wider reactions, more reaction that should come in, especially from India itself?
Rakshita, I insist that the International Cricket Council gets involved in this. It puts up questions to the Pakistan Cricket Board, asking for clarifications, asking for why these terrorists are actually present at these celebrity cricketers' family funerals. What business do they simply have to be present over there? What connection do they have? Have they been funded by these cricketers on a personal front? Or is Pakistan Cricket Board contributing some percentage of money to these terror tanzeems? Is the Pakistan military establishment aware of this? Are they coordinating a relation between terror tanzeems and Pakistan Cricket Board? The financial transactions need to be tracked. So there are so many questions which are lurking in the dark. They need to be brought out. And ICC needs to be questioned upfront. By keeping quiet, we are letting this happen. So this is preposterous. This needs to be taken up at an international level. And here we are talking about sports personalities, and a link of terror tanzeems. This is a serious issue because the youth are encouraged by these cricketers. These cricketers are the role models. Now, at these role models, their family funerals are attended by these radicals. So this is a wrong message.
But we've seen that they have made all kinds of gestures. We all know about those gestures that have been made during the cricket matches also. Forget the former cricketers, even the cricketers right now in the team have made those provocative gestures. They have mocked our babes. They have made a mockery of the Pahalgam terror attack time and again. And we continue to see this team in ICC events. There is no isolation of this Pakistani terroristan team in any of the global events. The fact that there are still some teams who go and play matches in Pakistan, that there are still foreign cricketers who take part in Pakistan's Super League, sir. Major Tour.
I think, Rakshita, it is time that all other nations who are part of the International Cricket Council should openly come out and boycott the Pakistani cricket team. They have lost all morals. They are, this is the lowest of lows that any sport can actually, fight for or give any explanation. There is no explanation left anymore. Why would a cricketing legend marry his son to a most wanted criminal by India? So the moral character of these cricketers are depicted by these, connections that they want to make. So I certainly feel other nations should take a call. They should back the BCCI and BCCI should put in a formal complaint, and a thorough investigation needs to be done. That if there have been any, funding, if there has been any betting, is there a nexus between the underworld, the Pakistan Cricket Board, the Pakistan cricketers, and the terror tanzeems? This needs to be exposed. It needs to be brought out at the earliest. This country should not be allowed to play cricket anymore. Pakistan has gone rogue. Its cricket team has gone rogue. We know the mindset of them, and they can go to all lengths just to, face India. The Indian team is so superior that their present team is no match to it. And it is irrelevant. Pakistan Cricket Board has become irrelevant. It is not making money. It is a loss-making machinery. And, other cricketers have also said, Ramiz Raja has also admitted that majority of the money going to Pakistan Cricket Board is through BCCI.
Yeah.
It needs to be probed by NIA. The National Intelligence Agency needs to get involved to investigate BCCI, all its monetary transactions related to ICC and to the Pakistan Cricket Board. Otherwise, this is going to be never ending. And why this is worrying is, these are the cricketers who encourage the youth to join the sport. But unfortunately, their sport is terrorism. They are being linked with terrorism. and I think it's high time that we call them out.
Absolutely, and we have seen Pakistani cricketers also being part of multiple such leagues. We've seen them in Legends League also, where Pakistani cricketers are part of, and India also. There are Indian cricketers, former cricketers also who are playing. So maybe there are reasons that why they would not say. But appreciate you joining us, Major Samarth Singh. Always a pleasure having you on Public TV. And now viewers, it's time for a very, very short break. But on the other side, we continue to bring you more details on the investigation against the TMK Minister Sharanya Natarajan. I beg your pardon. The advocate Sharanya Natarajan has his TMK advocate filed a complaint against Sharath Kumar, the TVK Minister.
प्यास बुझाए ठंडक लाए सबको भाई जीरा से MTH का जल जीरा जीरा से
जीरा से असली रिफ्रेशिंग, असली स्वाद, असली मजा।
AU सेविंग्स अकाउंट में मिलते हैं अमेजिंग बेनिफिट्स, पेपरलेस बैंकिंग एंड हायर इंटरेस्ट, वो भी हर महीने।
मनी 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 एवरी मंथ। सोच बदलो और बैंक भी।
आर प्योर सूजी पास्ता उबालो मिलाओ और खाओ
8 मिनट में तैयार।
क्या टेस्ट है सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
By the way, viewers, I'm driving in Delhi with Delhi wala boy Aman Gupta, who is too busy waving to his fans than talking to me. Please come down to earth, Aman.
Yes, I am sorry.
You're on my show.
I forgot.
This is not your show. This is my show. Stop waving to your fans. Be modest. Now everybody look. अरे आप politician हो. आप politician हो. आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? This is too much. आपने बोला humble हो, मैं humble हो रहा हूँ.
You became very famous during Balika Badhu. At that time, there was a huge amount of fame and focus, right?
There was.
People must be writing about you. The paparazzi would have written about you.
There were no paparazzis at that time.
You're not that old. Don't
No, I mean it. There were no paparazzi.
You were no paparazzi at that time.
There were no paparazzis.
This has happened now?
This is
There was no Viral Bayani then?
Back then, it was just,
What do you mean back then? If you keep talking, I'm over a decade older to you. If you keep saying back then I'll stop driving the car here.
No, I'm sorry. I don't mean...
What am I then? Back then. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I said that Bhagwant Man's problem is that in the process of covering up one lie, he is lying a second time. So to cover two lies, he lies a third time and a fourth time. And now he's in a big trap. He is doing everything possible to save his job. But it's going to become more and more difficult for him. Plus, I think he has some very food.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद यही तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा क्या स्वाद है। अरे मेरे राजा सबका राजा आर प्योर मसाला।
केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ रे, दिल झूमे देखो मतवारा हुआ रे। केसरिया से मन जोगी हुआ।
हर पल मनाओ केसरी त्योहार। विमल, बोलो जुबान केसरी।
चमकी चाट से क्या बना है?
सैंडविच लस्सी और छाछ
हर घूंट में चमकी चाट, ड्राई फ्रूट और दही बड़े। चमकी चाट से स्वाद बढ़े।
असली स्वाद सिर्फ चमकी चाट।
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk tonight about an incident where an FIR got registered against 4 people. This is an incident which has happened in Madhya Pradesh, in Ujjain, and there is this strange video which shows a van suspended about 40 feet in the air. And it's suspended with a crane, some kind of a huge big crane. and there are explosives which are put